I don't.
If you start hounding him before he can answer anything, I'll have to shut you down. And if he does the same thing, I'll have to shut him down. I'll pretty much be like one of the people, the referee, saying, hey, let him finish his point before you start responding. Is that okay? Both of you all agree with those?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, since I cut you off before, quite literally ejected you, go ahead, start it off.
Why don't we start fresh from where we're at, just because that was a little bit chaotic there at the end.
Okay.
So you tell me about how you weren't able to post Cody's stream because your software, correct? And you're having issues with your laptop.
Well, there are multiple reasons.
Okay,
but one of them would be the software. Yes, I would imagine so.
Okay. So I guess the reason why, when I heard that, it's a little bit hard to take that at face value, and I'm not calling you a liar, it's just the reason why it's hard to take it at face value is because you said that you'd have it up, then you said you're going to post it to your second channel, nothing about laptop issues, then you said it was an issue with you not being able to monetize the video, and now it's an issue with the laptop. Can you understand why I would kind of question what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, did you get my DMs with Cody? I mean, Cody. Fuck, why do I keep calling him Cody? Broly, he told me to post it multiple times, and
Yeah.
I did give him many reasons as to why. First, I told him, let's see. Let me go to my DMs with him real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Let me pull up the stuff that I'd sent to you too, just because it's been a long day.
All right, so May 19th, are you gonna put that stream up? A few people have been asking me. I said, yeah, I'm re-uploading it on my backup. Tell it to be expected by the next morning or the AM. He says, thank you. May 20th, I say, change of plans. It will be up tomorrow latish. He says, no problem. Then he asks me what my backup is. I give him my backup. Then I tell him to let people know to hold it off for one more day. The live stream with Tug today put me behind schedule. That was on May 20th. I went to Tug's live stream last minute. The thing about it is things do happen, right?
Yeah, I'm having a crazy issue with OBS and not being able to use my iOS camera. I've got that app and it's just being a freaking bitch, so I get it. Sometimes technology just completely fails on you.
So then he says, 2 days later, he says, if you don't want to distribute the video, could you put it up on unlisted for me to get clips of Cody and myself talking, him and Broly? I won't record you if you don't want. I want it in case he pretends we should listen to his criticism again. I reply to him. I say it's 2.5 hours long. It needs to be re-rendered, which I'm trying to get to. And the reason it needs to be re-rendered, I went over, is because at a lot of copyright material, it had a lot of...
Hey, can you give me just 1 second?
Sure.
Sorry. What's up, baby? No, it's okay. What's going on?
You didn't mute yourself, by the way.
Check in the upper cabinet. I think.
Hey, King, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what happened. What we said is we muted you just so you can get some privacy with whoever it was that
yeah, all good. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know how that like deafened you because it shouldn't have deafened you.
Like I was saying, technology, right?
Yeah.
All right. So going back, Broly says, hold on, I gotta go back now. You're gonna put up the stream, few days, people know. Told him it's 2.5 hours to re-render. So the thing about it is I had to split up the audio, put up a new still image to, get basically what I did is split the audio, get rid of the original video, which was all the imagery, copyrighted material, along with Ria's Grimmery Naked. So got rid of all that shit because I don't want a copyright strike. I don't want a community guideline strike. I've had both of those in the past. They're very annoying. I don't want to put it up on my main channel because I'm not going to get money out of it, for one. Two, I could get flagged for it. And, community guidelines, copyright, don't want that on the main channel. Promised him I would put it on my other one. So I was going to just download it and say, you know what, I'll just put it like this. But I want to get rid of the stuff. I want to put a still image up. So I took the 2.5 hours, put a still image. I know you don't believe me. I know you don't. It did take longer than it should have. The thing was overheating. Don't know why. I was on the phone with someone. They can attest to it. Don't know if you'll
Do
believe
you
me.
have air conditioning?
I mean, no.
That would probably help, dude.
Yeah, no. Don't.
I tried to do I think like a 4-hour video going over like a long ass review I was planning on breaking up, and that actually destroyed my laptop. It was a shitty potato laptop for like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, my laptop is just it's about a $2,500 Alienware one, but that was like years ago. It's probably outdated by now, by far.
I think they only got like a 2-year lifespan at the most.
Yeah, it's about 5 to 6 years ago when I got mine.
Hot.
Back when I was in the military.
I gotta ask, how long where did you serve?
Navy.
Oh, nice. Where were you stationed at?
Norfolk, Virginia, and then I went overseas into places like Portugal, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and quite a few other areas like that.
My uncle served in Germany, so I appreciate the service.
Thank you.
So he asked for what's it called? What software do I use? Corel. After that, don't hear from him. A couple days later, we're here. Then asked him if he wants to talk. He says yes, or initially he says no. Eventually, we end up talking, and that's my combo with Broly regarding that.
Okay.
Now, you want that download, right?
Yeah, I think we'd all like to kind of see everything that happened on the stream there, because I have to go largely based off memory. It was a long stream, like you said, about 2 hours plus. So,
right. I'm gonna try to find it, but
okay. Now I'll tell you the main issues I had when I was watching that stream. I remember when it came out, right? And with Cody's rant, the 30 plus 40-minute rant that he had with Nick Rekieta, I try to watch as much of everyone's content as I can with this stuff. Obviously, I work a full-time job, so I can only really do this. Basically, when I get off work, then I try to shoot my own videos, try to edit them, get them uploaded, then go to work. I got 2 days where I can try to rest and relax. Hard to keep up with everything. But I remember when he did the rant, I was basically like, you know, I can see some points to it. I can see why it kind of makes sense. But a couple issues that I had was everybody freaking out. It was Cody going out there and just tweeting at people repeatedly, and then kind of admitting that he hadn't really been watching the stuff that they were producing. And I understand that, I think, you that I was talking with, Unknown Otaku?
Which part exactly? Because I remember the only thing I was arguing is that when I heard in the debate, you were saying like he hasn't watched anything, and I was like, that is objectively wrong, because he has actually. If you watch, I don't know, do you watch any of the podcast on AO's website?
I've only watched a bit of it. I'm not gonna lie there.
Okay, so on AO's website, they literally had a podcast where he was describing a whole bunch of videos that he was seeing, and not that he just did vague things. No, he broke down the video on his website, and was like, no, he has seen at least some of them. I know that for a fact. And that's what I was arguing.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps saying that he hasn't seen any. And I was like, no, he's literally broke them down on his website, showing how some of them were some misinformation or clickbait or something like that. He has actually broke them down on a podcast on his website, point by point.
Okay. No, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I'll be frank with you. There are times, I think, when we all speak with hyperbole, when I'm saying he's not watching any of their content, he makes a point, right? My issue with the point that he was making is he's largely stating that this is the content that they do for their channels. It became really apparent that he didn't understand that a lot of the content that's on their channel is also not related to the stuff that he was criticizing. So if he makes a point, he goes on a rant, largely about the thumbnails that they're using, and then starts looking for the videos to find to justify his point, and then ignores the rest of the evidence. Specifically, I think the one tweet that really just kind of confirmed it for me was when he was going at Yellow Flash, which he's been taking plenty of shots at him. He asked him, when was the last time you did a comic review? And Yellow Flash responds, I found literally...
that stupid because I know Yellow Flash has multiple videos, and I was like, I honestly found that comic review one to be stupid. That's not the one I was defending at all.
No, I get it. I'm not trying to argue with you on that point. My thing was mostly to Cody. It was, if he's going to drag people for the content that they're doing, say he's not going to name names, but then take shots like repeatedly on Twitter directly at them, and again make it very clear that he is not really watching the content that they do, while saying that he respects the content that they're capable of doing. Well, I mean, you kind of see where I'm coming from, right?
I was talking about, he also talked about how he used to respect them and why he's grown to not really respect the content itself. He's actually...
What's the date of that podcast, just so I'm familiar?
I think it was either the day of or the day before the Ricada Law stream. I would have to look. 1 second. Anime Outsiders website. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
AnimeOutsiders.com. I have it up right here, actually.
So let me ask you, if you say it's the day of or the day before, does his rant match up with the actions that he was taking on Twitter, with the statements that he was then making on Twitter, and acting, because he said repeatedly that he's the canary in the coal mine? I mean, I get it. Like, look, if you want to call people out, call them out. If you want to say, well, I'm doing this to avert disaster, man, that doesn't wash with the way that he's going about it.
Give me like 30 seconds to hear this podcast to see if this is the correct one.
Do you mind if I get some audio?
This is it. It's May 14th, 2019.
Do you mind if I grab some audio? We're pulling this together. I got this really bad cold, so I just need to clear my throat.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll mute my mic really quick.
There it is. Yeah. Okay, I sent him the podcast itself. Oh yeah, if anyone doesn't know, I 100% follow freaking Anime Outsiders like a goddamn hawk. I watch all their shit.
So you're a fanboy?
I definitely fucking love when they fucking shit talk people because it goes hard. Even when they shit talk me, I just can't stop laughing.
They do though.
What? It doesn't. I honestly don't care if people shit talk me because everyone's gonna shit talk me. I honestly don't care. The only things I care about is criticism, and that's when I listen. Hey, welcome back.
Yep, sorry about that.
What I DM'd you is the podcast itself and the date. It's wait, let me look back at it again. It's May 14th, 2019. I think that was around the day of the live stream.
Okay.
I'm still looking for the Ricada Law live stream real fast. Okay, I can't type. I'm too drunk. Okay, there, Ricada Law. Anime. Shit. Okay. I stand with it. Literally the day before.
Okay.
Anime Outsiders talks about Toyate text and I stand with it. Is that the rant that everyone's
I believe so. I don't remember the name of the specific live stream, but I'm pretty sure
that's the live stream everyone's talking about.
Repeat that. What was the name of it?
I'll deem it to you. Right there. Anime Outsider talks with Toya text and I stand with it.
Okay.
When was this?
That was one day after the podcast. Cody, because I literally just looked it up. Let me. I don't know. I'm drunk. Let me make sure one last time. May 5th
that was it.
is the Rekieta Law.
That was it.
And then May 14th is when he did the House of Weebs podcast.
Yep.
So he did it one day before it. Has he? That was because they had the information in front of them, fresh in their mind, and they were detailing through certain people's videos and shit like that. So I was like arguing that it's objectively false to say that they weren't watching any of it, but I'm sure you were probably speaking in hyperbole and not watching all of it. And I was like, I understand why he doesn't watch a lot of people. Like, I don't watch Tug, I don't watch Yellow Flash, I watch Senpai Zone, I watch Hero Hey sometimes and stuff like that. I don't look at every single one of them, but I'm sure he just watched a few videos and then made a blanket statement across their content as a whole. I'm honestly, that's what I was trying to say. It's like, I honestly think that he did watch some of them, but he made a blanket statement about the rest of it.
Yeah, and that's the way I felt about it too. Now, I don't disagree that you're going to find people that produce that type of content, and there's a couple ways of looking at that. You could definitely make the defense. Yeah, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, don't die on us, man. Look, you could definitely make the defense to me that that's the type of content people are watching. That's what people want to see. You can make
Cody's in chat.
Cody.
In chat.
Oh, okay.
Cody, you want in?
Oh man, I think I clicked the wrong person.
The fuck is actually here? This stream seems fun. Let me on. Okay, he's coming on.
Okay.
I didn't even know. Okay, come on, Cody. So I don't have to be the only one defending you.
Let's just see. Lord Schmecky.
I'll DM it real fast.
There you go. I sent it.
Okay, you did before me. Oh man, I really want to see this now. Hey, Cody, welcome.
Cody,
Welcome.
try to keep this PG. Cody,
Yeah,
try to keep this PG. I want to keep the
I'm
shit.
only okay, Cody. I'm only 2 mugs of moonshine and a whole box of wine in. Don't worry, I'm perfectly okay.
So what the
yeah, I'm sick here drinking my water.
Senpai told me he was going to stream. Initially, I couldn't. I had some shit I had to do, but I was making some good time. And then I heard about the stream, so I figured I'd pop in and see it. And since I'm making good time, and this seemed like a fun time, I figured I could take a break from my work and pop in here. So what is this? I hear you have some issues with what I was saying with my stances. So what were those issues that you had?
Well, I think you've been watching, haven't you?
I actually just watched for like a couple minutes. I came
Okay.
in late.
So I
on threads. That's what you mean. Sure, you saw those.
yeah, it's okay.
Oh, the Twitter threads. Oh, because I caught that part. Because that's one of the reasons that this seemed fun. Because apparently, you're those people that don't pay attention. You just get mad at people for saying. Because like, if you'd paid attention and you followed the timeline, you might have noticed on the Rekieta stream, I was trying. I mean, I'm tough love and all that, but trying to be a little nice. That's why I didn't name names. And then some of these people decided that they didn't want to take it very well. They didn't like being called out, and some people took my offer for a debate, and actually came at me. And then some people decided to act like little bitch boys. And then once that happened, I decided, nah, I don't really have much respect for you anymore. I'm gonna shit talk you now.
Hold on.
Tried.
So
I gave
Cody,
him.
Let me ask you a quick question, because according to UnknownOtaku, you did a podcast a day before you went and did the Rekieta rant.
Nope, I recorded it earlier in the week. We record on Saturday, and then the podcast launched later in the week when our
so
lady
that's fine. So that podcast was recorded prior to you going on Rekieta stream, right?
Yep.
Okay, according to UnknownOtaku, because I haven't listened to the full podcast, so I don't want to put any words in your mouth.
Okay.
According to Unknown Otaku, during that podcast, you go through their videos and you talk about the reason why you don't respect them anymore. Is that true?
Here's the thing. I respect them as people, and I think their content is shit. And the main crux of my argument was that the shit.
Okay, so Cody, before you move on there, if you're going to tell me that the reason why you lost respect for them was because of the way that they were talking to you after the rant, you can't then tell me that you did a video saying that you don't respect them prior to the rant.
But I didn't.
You did not say that during your podcast.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure you talked about how you didn't respect the content itself.
Yeah. I think their content is shit. I think they were good guys, but they made shitty content.
Okay. What you didn't respect.
All right, that's different.
Yeah, what I was trying to do, because my larger point was that this is turning into Gamergate again with the cringy art and the click farm, constant videos.
I like the art.
And you went on, you brought like a few people's videos and you detailed like why you felt there were low effort clickbait content and how they didn't even there was some that were just misinformation and made the whole movement look bad.
Yeah, I think like one I brought up, and now I'll say I think it was a Tug video where it was like all he did was just look at screen caps of Mars Girls tweets. And like,
yeah,
boo.
I remember that.
Yeah, boo these tweets for 10 minutes, and then he doesn't even edit them. He doesn't even like have them come in. It's literally him just recording his desktop as he clicks to each. He's got like the screen caps like all pulled up. And you can see his like the little Windows image viewer thing, like the little thumbnails come up, and and at one point
you were talking about how clear it was that he didn't even read them beforehand because he was reading them, and halfway through reading the tweet, he said, "Oh no, this isn't interesting." And
no, that was a different one. That was Hero Hey when he was going through with it. It was a hero. That one was a Hero Hey video where he was talking about Funimation had released some Dragon Ball box set or whatever. And everybody in the comments and on the tweets was talking about Vic and hitting him. And that was basically the story for Hero Hay's videos. Look, people sure are mad. Like, Funimation's trying to sell a Dragon Ball box set, but no one cares. They just want to talk about Vic, and this merits a video. And he was clear that he had not, and this is what I told him when I debated him, that he should prep more. Because he clearly didn't prep. He clearly didn't read it ahead of time. Because he's literally looking for comment. Like, oh, that looks like he's basically. I don't think he said like this looks like a good one, but it had that ring to it. Like, oh, we have one here. And it's like you're looking through you're scrolling through tweets and comments on an article in real time to look for something to read, and this is some quality content.
I mean, what is quality content? Isn't that subjective though?
No.
Well.
No, I mean, you know, it's quality content.
Well, Cody, I think at the end of the day,
another man's treasure argument.
At the end of the day, Cody, honestly, I think you got a couple issues there. First off, YouTube is kind of the only place where a lot of these people do have the chance to speak about these things because it gets censored on just about every other platform. Yes or no?
What are you talking about? Speak about these things. Talk about SJWs. I don't know if you know, but all the people that have these Twitter accounts, have these YouTube accounts, also have their Twitter accounts.
Yeah, I know. And I've had my much smaller Twitter account straight up taken down.
Yeah, I had to start a new one. Three or four of them.
Okay, so then my point would...
YouTube kicks you off too. YouTube will put your videos in a limited state if they don't like what you have to say. So what's the point? I mean, ER's video about Steven Universe is in a limited state. That's a video about a cartoon.
I didn't know about
love that video.
Yeah, so what are we...
Well, my point would be that the people that want to watch that content...
People want to watch anything. I've heard that excuse a million times, and it's bullshit. Because by making that excuse, you are saying that Dark Side Phil makes quality content because people watch him. He's got fans. Nostalgia Critic's got fans. Is Nostalgia Critic a good entertainer? Does he make good stuff?
Same game theory is fucking.
Do you like some irate gamer? He had fans.
No, I'm just saying, like, look, if that's what people want to watch.
People want to watch irate gamer.
Okay.
You saying Irate Gamer makes good videos?
I don't watch Irate Gamer, so I couldn't tell you.
Game theory.
Oh man, you know who Irate Gamer is.
No, honestly, I don't, dude. Look, I'll be frank with you. I've had my channel for a small amount of time, Cody.
Come on, one of the most infamously bad YouTubers in the entire history of the site. You're gonna tell me that you?
Yeah, no, because dude, I spend most of my time at work.
So do most people, and they still know who the Irate Gamer is.
Well, I mean, I think King makes the argument he doesn't know it because he spends his time at his work.
No one's impressed. People work and still know who Irate Gamer is.
Okay, well, all right, Cody, I don't. So
he doesn't know who he is, so he can't make a judgment on the quality.
Well, even then, you can gauge
let's
by
say,
the
okay,
context of my statement.
Okay, I'll gauge it by the context of your statement that it's terrible content and people like watching it.
People that make shit still have fans. So this
Yeah,
idea
Perfection
that
had like
watching
12,000
it-
people following him, and he's
Yeah,
fucking garbage. I totally understand that.
just because someone has fans and people like it doesn't make it good, doesn't make it quality. That argument is always going to be
Is that
bullshit.
all the content that's on their channel?
Who? So who are we talking about?
Oh, let's go with
Who's the
Yellow
they?
Flash.
Well, and his Yellow Flash 2, which is really the only channel people are watching of his. Yeah.
I mean, let's not speak in hyperbole this time.
We'll compare the views on his regular comic review channel to Yellow Flash 2.
Okay. So if he's trying to do videos that aren't about this stuff, and they don't get the views, and the views come to the ones where he's, I don't know, just ragging on SJWs, what is he supposed to do if I assume, and I could be wrong here, but I assume he does YouTube as kind of like a job for him, right?
Well, no, apparently not according to him, which is interesting to me considering some of the other arguments he's made.
Okay.
But my question: why 2 channels? Why not both? Why can't he make a channel that has both, where he talks both about SJWs and comics? Why
It's a backup channel, Cody.
Well, if it's bad, well, why isn't the SJW stuff on Yellow Flash?
In case the SJW channel gets taken down.
Well, then that doesn't make sense. Why?
Well, then he would lose both of his channels if he had them all on one channel.
I don't even think that. I approve of 2 channels, because even Digibro After Dark and Digibro, they talk about 2 completely different things, and it's only like, hey, you like what I do? I have a different channel. You know, Digibro Spurgs on Digibro After Dark, and then Digibro's main channel thinks he can do analysis.
Okay.
It seems, well, like I said, my larger point, because I like that the people keep harping on the semantics of the quality thing. The larger point is that this is Gamergate all over again. Whoa. And you can jump on the quality thing all you want, but that's like you've got an army of a bunch of people with a gun, but you really don't like the way that one guy with the Uzi looks, so you're gonna go after him. Forget those other guys. It's that guy. I just don't like the cut of his jib. I'm gonna go after that guy. Now the point is, between the cringy art, the click farm shit, the low quality videos that are pumped out daily, because you have to make sure you get a video every day.
Yeah.
The idol worship, the e-celeb dick riding, all the same shit.
Hey, I could prove your idol worship shit wrong right now.
I think you proved it right.
I mean, I literally had a conversation with someone, and I told them straight up, we're not e-celebrities, we're not idols, we're friends. Like, I literally told her that. Like, she understood, but yeah, they do kind of see us as something more than we actually are. But
look what happened when you said, "Hey, I don't much care for that Hero Hey video." Look what happened.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I just poked at Hero because
but I'm saying that's all you had to do.
Well, yeah, I got a ton of shit for it. I even got Broly.
That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, how dare you? How dare you go after my idol?
To admit that if I would have taken shots at you, things would have played out differently.
Exactly. That's my point. Is the idol worship, like this cult of personality that pops up around these YouTubers, where these people are just sucking their dicks, just manically. And if you say an unkind word about them,
I kind of want him to answer that. Actually, that's actually a good thing to ask King.
Well, Cody, I'll try to answer that. Look, if people are fans of the content and they think that you're going after them unfairly, then yeah, they're going to speak up. If they have more followers and more subscribers, then it's going to be more people making that statement, yes or no.
What are you talking about? What does the
He's talking about
popularity
will basically, if somebody's more popular than you, obviously you're going to get heat for going after their favorite content creator.
If you have fair criticism of what they're doing, then I understand that. If they don't think the criticism is fair,
so
then
now
they're
it
going
has
to
to do
treat
with
you.
fairness of the criticism.
Hold on, Cody, shut up for a second.
Right.
One thing though, King, I didn't talk about Hero Hay's video. I took what happens when it's like more of a little poke at the actual person himself, because I didn't say Hero's video was bad. I didn't even bring it up. I only addressed him. I addressed, like, I said, "You mad, bro?" Basically,
in a tweet about his content being bad.
yeah, but I wasn't paying attention to the
I
content.
understand that, but you can understand why people would get that inference, right?
I get people see something and they don't like, they just see what's in public, or they, whatever they draw their own conclusions, basically.
Okay, I'll give you that point's fair, and we can talk about what kind of went on from there. I'm perfectly fine to do that. More to Cody's point, though, if he says a criticism,
let me ask
sure.
Cody something real fast. Cody, let me rephrase it, because I think you misunderstood him when he said the fairness of criticism. I think he meant the accuracy of the criticism, not fairness. Like, was it fair for it to criticize? That's debatable. But whether or not the accuracy is, like, if what you're criticizing makes sense, I think that's what he was trying to say. Not
well, are we going to harp on the quality thing again, or the general point of this turning into Gamergate? I mean, again, I have to ask, because first of all, if you want to see what I'm talking about with the SJW Click Farm, go look at any of their channels. Look at the topics of the video and the times at which they were uploaded. Go pull up Tug's channel and look at it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me. What do you want me to look up from Tug?
Just look at the channel, the list of videos. Okay. Just look up the topics of the videos and when they were uploaded.
Okay. Oh, no. That umbrella guy, 3.2K subscribers. Let me look. 7 hours ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Let me look at the thing. Jamie Marchi, they're
stop dying.
Man cannot handle whatever he's drinking.
Moonshine.
Yeah. They're over proof getting woke in the business, cost millions, lost jobs. I don't know what it is. That's probably got comics related. It doesn't seem KickVic. The next thing is Jamie Marchi again, and then Jamie Marchi, and then KickVic, and then Ron Toy, which is KickVic. DC Douglas, which is KickVic. Ron Toy, which is KickVic again. Ron Toy, which is KickVic again. They deleted evidence of against Vic Mignogna. Okay, Ron Toy. Pro Jared. So it takes about a little more than 1 week, almost 2 weeks to get to Pro Jared. Majority of it is KickVic. What do you want?
Well, not only just KickVic, the culture war in geekdom in general. It has to be every day. You got to keep that money and views and clicks coming. Okay. It's all about the three. It's all about the 3 C's. Is that clout, that cash, that clicks. That's all this is about.
Yes, but it's good. That's the YouTube game, though, and it's
gonna bullshit. That's
okay,
bullshit.
Well then, Cody, what are you suggesting that they do?
I don't fucking care. I'm just saying what they are doing.
No, except if you didn't care, you wouldn't be making.
Well, yeah, I don't care now.
Well, you cared at the time, Cody. You cared at the time. So what are you suggesting they do?
I mean, there was a variety of stuff they could do. I don't care anymore.
We'll name one.
Talk about something the fuck else.
If people aren't interested in listening to them talk about it, why would they talk about it?
People are interested in watching Dark Side fail. Stop bringing up the people, because there are always going to be an audience for shit. Watch television.
I guess they could do chewing gum reviews.
Do you want to talk about the ratings of the Big Bang Theory?
I guess they could do chewing gum reviews, Cody.
That would be preferable. Anything besides this constant transparent click farm shit.
So it just sounds like you just don't like the content that they do.
That was kind of what I said, yeah.
Okay, then what is the issue here? You're not coming up with any other suggestion other than saying, well, I want to hear you talk about something else. If you want to hear someone talk about something else, go watch a different channel.
Oh my God.
Was this more of a rant, Cody? Was this more of a rant that you made? Like,
what are you talking
something
about?
We shouldn't have taken seriously? Is that what it was?
Well, like I said, the main point he's not getting, because he only wants to focus on this little issue, because it's the one he thinks he can win, is that this movement is turning into another cringy Gamergate type thing.
You can focus on a different issue that you think you can win.
No, because again, I had a larger point, but you're focusing on a smaller one because you think you can win it.
If you focus on a larger point that is built on smaller points that don't hold up, your bigger point doesn't mean jack shit to me. Focus on a smaller point, you can win, Cody.
That's a nice spin. I like it. That's good. Now, you see, the smaller point, you're trying to make like a subjective kind of thing, when the comparison is to something that already happened, that was demonstrable, that we went through. I don't know if you were there for Gamergate. But it was a lot of the same shit.
Well,
that
I
they're
don't
doing
know a
now.
lot about these other YouTube channels that you've been mentioning, so no, I'm not too familiar with Gamergate.
So wait a minute. You're not familiar? Wasn't that something you were calling me out for? Was not being familiar with their content? And now here's
I said I'm
here's
not
part of
too
my
familiar
point.
with Gamergate, sir.
Yeah, and wasn't that part of my point? And you were saying that I must not have been familiar with these other channels. And that hurt my point because apparently I didn't know what I was talking about. But now here we are.
If you're
on
calling
my
out the
larger point.
quality of the content on their channel and the content they do on their channel while being unfamiliar with the content
But
they do on their channel, then yes, that is an issue.
No, because I'm using the quality of their content to compare it to something that already happened that we're also doing the same shit that these people are doing now. So if you want to compare, if you want to go after my point, you need to know where I'm coming from. You need to know about the videos that were made during Gamergate, because that's what I'm comparing these videos, these low effort videos to. When we had Mundane Matt would just every single day would report on a new SJW culture war story, and then outwardly said we have to keep the momentum going. And we've seen where Mundane Matt is now. Mundane Matt was doing the exact thing Tug was doing, except Mundane Matt at least would put video game footage instead of just recording his desktop.
Okay.
But otherwise, it was identical.
Well,
you want to
I guess the YouTuber that I would think that would describe what you're saying right now would probably be Perfection, and I don't think he has that large of a following, that many fans, or that many people are even viewing his content.
See, again, when I started listening to the stream, your little gotcha moment was that I apparently didn't watch their content, and yet I was making this statement. But here we are with my actual point that this is Gamergate all over again.
Okay.
And you don't have the frame of reference, and yet you're just harping on the quality thing as this is objective thing.
If I don't have the frame of reference, I'm going to have to focus on the smaller points. If you don't,
you don't have the frame of reference. So what are you even making this argument for in the first place? You don't even know what I'm talking about, and yet here you are debating my point.
You're basically stating that their content's going to turn to shit, right?
No, I'm stating that their content is shit. But so are lots of YouTubers.
Then why don't you just break down exactly what's going to happen? Because I'm just so unfamiliar with all of this.
Well, Senpai may remember because I went through a little hypothetical scenario with him based on what happened with Gamergate and what'll happen to this shit. You're going to have a lot of expanding egos and then the cult of personalities surrounding them. And then they're going to have some kind of internal drama that's going to turn into some fucking implosion in the whole movement. It's going to happen. And I'm going to laugh when it does.
I mean, to be fair, how do you know that hasn't already happened?
Oh, it might have.
All right.
It might have, but we don't know about it. But we're going to find out things eventually. If they have.
What?
Well, that's the thing. Some people aren't privileged to know what goes on behind closed doors. They only have what's, public for them to.
No, I mean, even though it's just public, you can actually make some correlation.
Oh, yeah, you can, but it would, I mean.
How do we know the incident that doesn't spark that is Cody's rant?
I mean,
good.
What are we talking about?
I'm making a serious point here. How do we know that the incident that doesn't spark that breakdown is Cody going on a rant and basically calling them out? You can say that, they don't know that because I didn't name their names because I was being respectful. You showed their thumbnails. They obviously know who you were talking about, Cody.
What are you talking about? You glitched out.
He was talking about how the thumbnails gave. Were you trying to say the thumbnails gave away who you were talking about?
I'm saying that he can say that he didn't name their names because he wanted to be respectful, but he did a podcast in which he went over their channels. He also used their thumbnails. They're going to know who he's talking about.
Well, the podcast, I didn't name names either. The thumbnails were the only thing that gave anybody away. And as I stated, all I did was anytime I saw a thumbnail, I put it on the collage. I didn't look at who it was. I just put it on the collage if I saw a clickbaity thumbnail.
Cody, come on now.
That was
really? I mean, come on,
Cody.
dude.
I remember that.
First
Okay,
of all, there are only so many YouTubers.
He did a different point about just the clickbait itself. There was two different points inside his podcast. One about the clickbait itself and one about the content itself. There was completely different. Those were two completely separate points, not correlated too much.
No, but I mean, I like these guys, but I don't think their content is good, so I don't generally watch them unless
something big.
I mean, that's
there were a couple videos I watched for one reason or another, but I don't.
To be honest, you said that I'm okay.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen yours. I saw your videos on Team 4-Star.
You said Tug is okay. You said Hero Hay is okay. The only person you didn't say was okay was Flash.
Well, I'm talking about, like, what are you talking about? Okay, the content?
Like, content-wise, you said it's passable or something like
No, no, no. I just said Tug has an actual persona that he could translate if he wanted to talk about something else for once.
Didn't you say Hero was all right too in terms of content is not as bad?
I think he's not as bad as some of the other ones because even just with the face cam thing and just trying to, I guess, put on more of a show.
Yeah, so exactly. You gave,
but it's still not. Yeah, that's something. But I mean, it's still not like
not
here.
up to your standards, but it's good enough.
It's better than just recording your desktop.
So
but in terms of thumbnail, I mean, I gotta be candid here. I don't give a lot of shits about these guys. I like them because I've interacted with them and they seem like nice guys, which is why I wanted to say something.
I mean, I think your only problem is with Yellow Flash then, because again, there's only a handful of YouTubers that actually cover this.
Well, no, I'm not saying that the people that I gave compliments to still aren't guilty of a lot of the things that I said. It's just, comparatively. Just because you do one thing right doesn't mean you don't do things wrong. But what I'm saying is, and this is going to sound dismissive, and I don't care. When I watch these people, it's been like once or twice for one reason or another, like, morbidly curious about what they're talking about, or Nick Rikita talked about this thing, and I'm like, are they really just repeating what Nick Rikita talked about? That kind of thing. But generally, I don't follow them. I don't like their content, so I don't keep track of them. I think it was only I only know of one person, like, in terms of like, oh, I can identify their videos from their thumbnails, and that's Tug, because he does the half black, half picture.
Yep.
Everyone else, I mean, it's just giant obnoxious text on an anime character going, oh my god. So it kind of blends together.
That's how you get the clicks, my friend.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's plenty of ways. Look,
Cody, at the end of the day, as far as I understand it, that's literally what you have to do with thumbnails.
Nope. There's plenty of successful channels that don't do that.
Are they gonna get the clicks without the name? Like, if you're talking about somebody with a big name, of course they don't need to put an outrageous thumbnail in order to get clicks. Based on the name alone, they'll get a click. But if you're talking about another channel that's not so big, I think that you really need that obnoxious text for them to even be like, oh,
nope. Plenty of people build channels. Like, look at Critical. His channel built from nothing to now he's got millions of subscribers, and he never did that. In fact, all of his videos have always just been automatically generated thumbnails.
Yeah, I know. Actually, his whole YouTube channel is almost default thumbnail.
Yeah, never had to do that. Now he's got millions of followers.
Okay, is that going to work for everybody, Cody?
Yep.
At a certain point, you're not.
Look at Nero. I brought him up on this channel before.
Cody. I will have to say one thing against that. Remember how long ago Critical was uploading? He was uploading back when game players were getting massive amount of views and massive amount of subs, and he eventually came to the point. It was back when the YouTube algorithm wasn't as reliant on thumbnails and title as much as it is.
No, the algorithm
it was still reliant, yes, with the boob.
No, the algorithm relies on how long you're watching a video.
Yeah,
like that's what boosts video,
and that's what really got him boosted into the algorithm as well. It's like it wasn't so reliant on what thumbnail and title was a long time ago with Critical. Trust me, I've also been following him before, like even before, back when he was bigger than PewDiePie. I was following him. He was one of the first not the first. He was actually one of the first 15 YouTubers I found on YouTube.
Yeah, well, the technique
this sounds like he's a very old channel, Cody.
Yes, he's about as old as PewDiePie. That's how fucking old he is.
Okay, Cody, that's not a fair comparison at all.
How?
Because it just ain't.
How?
You have way more people on YouTube now. Yes or no? You have way more people doing content on YouTube. So yeah, it's not a fair point.
No, not really. He got by the quality of his content. That's how he got popular.
He got not sponsored, but shouted out, but not exactly shouted out by Screw Attack that one time with the Q-Op video. And that's what really blew up his Q-Op video, and his Q-Op video got everyone to watch a lot of his other videos, and that's how he eventually got bigger than PewDiePie for a little bit until PewDiePie surpassed him after the algorithm changed.
I can name a bunch of other channels that have gotten popular on the backs of their content and not having to do thumbnails like this. There's Seth Zintach, again, Neryl, Nakey Jakey. None of them have to do this whole like you won't believe this kind of thing. They talk about Naked Jakey got big because he had that one video, especially because of that one video he made about Rockstar. He had a concise point. It was you could call it clickbait. It's like, what are you talking about? But it wasn't like you won't believe what happens next, and with giant obnoxious text and a picture of someone going, oh my god. It was just him with the Red Dead Redemption on the background and the title of his little thesis, why Rockstar's game design is outdated. That's it. And it blew up. No clickbait fucking arrows pointing. With the techniques that the people in the KickVic side are using are the same shit people use in Fortnite videos for 12-year-olds. And judging by some of the messages I've got from angry fans, that's generally the kind of people you get with tactics like that. Because half these motherfuckers can't string a sentence together.
I mean, if you ask me, I use the arrows to censor a dick, and I still love that photo.
I don't know. I don't know, man, because I'm not on YouTube as long as anybody else. I'm gonna have to go by what I'm seeing, and basically what I had to watch and read just so that I could start the channel. And based on everything you're telling me, that's literally not the way it works. Now, if you want to tell me that they shouldn't be doing titles that basically say, you won't believe this, this will outrage you, something like that, yeah.
I like how that you shouldn't be doing. Just, if you're going to do it, I'm going to call you out for being clickbait. That's it. And I did.
That's what they're doing, fine. If they're doing a giant anime thumbnail that basically says Monoreal something something, and it's related to what she actually did, then fine. That's not clickbait. That's literally related to the content that they're posting.
Question. So, Cody, would you say that you're calling people out in a way? That you're calling people out on their shit?
I'm just saying you suck.
That's
the extent of it.
Okay, will that be classified under calling people out on their shit?
Sure, let's call it that. I don't care. I'm just.
Don't you do the same thing? Don't you call people out on their shit too?
What? Wait. Oh, you're saying what they're doing is calling people out on their shit?
No, I mean I'm actually talking from personal experience. King has said that he calls people out on their shit. Well, Cody, you call people out on their shit. I mean, you guys seem to have that in common at the very least.
Okay.
So I don't know why this disagreement between you guys is so like why can't you just see things through each other's perspective? You know, I mean, you guys obviously share.
I guess one of the main issues I'm having here is because Cody likes to refer to himself as the canary in the coal mine.
No, I refer to myself in that one podcast when I was making that statement as the canary in the coal mine. And your response, look, I said at the end, I opened myself up to debate. A couple people took that up, and it was some good discussions. And then a couple people decided to go have a little circle jerk and console themselves with some super chats. So that told me everything I need to know.
For the record, the reason I didn't come at you hard, if we would have debated that same night, right, when you did that little speech on Ricadas or whatever, I probably would have been pissed. I mean, I made like 2 rant videos on you. I think I made that one live stream on you, and then I made that one rant video on you. Again, nobody brought those up. And then on Ricada's stream, I'm pretty sure I told you that you did a half-ass GoFundMe speech that Ricada did better the previous month or so. So I'm pretty sure I did give you shit. It wasn't like King thinks that I was being really passive towards you, and I was nuzzling with you. I'm not a furry. I don't nuzzle.
I would hope not.
Yeah, no, fuck that. But the point is, I can't dislike or hate on someone that doesn't give me a reason to hate them. Before we went live on the Hangouts, we talked, me and Six talked for like 10, 20 minutes before we even went on. And I was like, oh, fuck, I can't really even hate on this guy. I mean, you were like, oh, Cody, I can't even pronounce your last name. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I literally told you, I don't care what your last name is. And you didn't take it up the ass. I mean, you didn't get upset. You were just like, kind of like laughed it off. So I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's cool. Like, he's not going to get pissy about this shit. So I can't really hate on him for that.
Cody.
But here's the thing, I'm not even upset at the backlash. I mean, I've mentioned before, I love confrontation. This is just the shit I've been doing on AO forever.
The only thing I'll give you crap for is the artist shit, motherfucker. That artist shit is fucking godly. I had some good artwork on myself. Like, that shit is hot.
That is hard.
I don't even think I can argue much with Cody because me and him have decently the same amount of opinions on almost everything, and that's probably because we always argue with random spurgs, and that makes us have like the opinions we have.
Yeah, we've been down the road.
I can just say, look, you don't need to hate somebody to have a debate or push them on an issue. You can have a serious disagreement with somebody. It doesn't mean that you need to be going for their. You don't need to go for their throat on it. So,
yeah, I don't disagree with that, but
yeah.
I mean, what I was trying to say is that I don't disagree with Cody on majority of stuff. There's very little that I actually disagree with, but even then, I honestly don't feel like there's enough for me to disagree with to even debate about. Because like, if me and Cody debate, it would literally be like, I don't know, probably 10 minutes at most, because I disagree like 1 or 2 topics of him.
I mean,
You're
that's
a man of
that's
taste.
cool. I disagree with that one, but that's fine.
Just a side note. The way we're talking right now, had I known that this is just the way the conversation was gonna go between you and me, King, that's your name, right?
Just Crowe.
Crowe, okay, whatever, Crowe. Had I known this combo was gonna go like this, and like probably wouldn't have spurged out that first time, probably wouldn't have ejected you, even though that was more of a joke. I didn't know that was like a ban or something, because then I had to make a new fucking hangout, and yeah. So, my bad. I did have a spurgy moment, but just based on our little interactions by tweets and DMs, yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like we were gonna have this kind of talk. And this kind of reminds me of that Broly talk I had with him. So, you know.
People step to you on Twitter, and then the minute that they're actually person to person talking, things tend to change.
We were going at each other when we first got in here a little differently, but
well, now I'm sad I missed that.
Yeah, they were.
That sounds entertaining.
It'll probably go up. This time, I don't think I have to take anything out because I didn't use any copyrighted content and I didn't pull up Ria's Grimory's tits. So it should be good.
Hey, King, I don't mind talking to you about
as far as the way I was talking to you on Twitter, I started off pretty tame. It was after the tweets I saw between you and BPM Broly, and like the dude's a good friend of mine. He's been helping me out with the channel and everything, and I just, I mean, look, when it comes to something being said about a friend of mine, I'm obviously going to take that very differently from anything else. So
yeah, I mean that's one of the things we see differently. Like if somebody shit talks Six, I know he can fucking handle himself. So I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill you for saying this about Six. How dare you? He's a very, 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 very nice boy. You know, it's one of those things. But I don't know. I guess we have different kinds of friends or different.
You don't even need to defend me. All you need is at me. I can defend myself.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, I'm sure he could, but at the same point, like Twitter's a public space.
Yeah, I get what you mean with that.
You were saying something about how that we're responding to things we weren't tagged in. I mean, dude, most of us are following each other over the same issue. Someone sees your tweet and they like it. It follows up on my mentions or wherever, and I see the shit that you're saying. Like, dude, like I tweeted out so much shit. I talk so much. I was watching a Yellow Flash video today. He's literally reading through the tweets that I was sending to fucking Chris Rager. I mean, when I see something, I'll comment on it.
Well, the thing about that is, I get the impression that BPM isn't a big fan of Cody, much like many other people. I would understand why Hero Hey would be able to catch that one retweet that he made, because I do believe Hero Hey was following Cody after they hashed it out, I think, on Twitch. I was confused as to why Broly showed up in that I'm following Cody, so I saw what he retweeted, and that's how I saw Hero's comment, and that's how I came in. And I didn't know BPM was following Cody, or I don't know.
I think he's following Hero Hey, so when Hero Hey comments on something that Cody sends out, then he's going to see that pop up in his mentions.
Well, what was interesting about that is Hero Hey just did a basic reply. Like, he did do a quote tweet, so he would have to be going through Hero Hey's
or
tweets
have notifications turned on
for anytime Hero Hey replies to someone.
Well, anytime someone sends a tweet out and you have notifications turned on, it's going to pop up.
Or
it will eventually pop up in your mentions too. Like that happens on my Twitter all the time.
Where it says if you type someone's name or whatever you say, it gives Google notifications. That's what it's called. Are you asking about that?
Google notifications
Yeah.
for Herohead?
No. If you're on Twitter and you turn the notifications on for somebody, you can see when they're sending out a tweet.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every little, because I mean, I don't delve a lot into Twitter. But
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently there's a function. I've actually looked at it. For some reason, it only works for mobile, and I don't want it connected to my mobile. That if some X person tweets anything, it will give you a notification for it.
that's creepy and stalkery. That's weird.
Yes, it is.
That's really
And
weird.
People will do it for people do it for notifications or so they can see when like a video goes up. I mean, it's teach their own there.
That's really weird.
That's how Twitter's set up.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I need to know everything they're saying. God, tell me.
The other thing is, if they like a comment that you make on somebody else's tweet, that will also pop up in their mentions because they were liked. It's just the way Twitter works.
Either way, it was hilarious because all I did was someone tweets at me and say, "Hey, I just agreed with you on the one thing, but now I see what you're talking about here because I saw a Hero Hayes video and I didn't like it too much." And all I did was quote tweet that and say, "Eventually, you will all join the fold." That was it. Because hey, you.
Oh yeah. By the way, I wanted to ask you one thing, Cody.
Yeah.
You saying eventually you will all join the fold.
Yeah.
Is that one because I keep defending it as a Fully Cooley reference?
No, it's just a joke. I would never reference Fully Cooley. I hate Fully Cooley.
I know you hate Fully Cooley.
It's a joke because you'll all eventually realize that I'm right.
But yeah, isn't that like a Fully Cooley reference because they're talking about the folds in the brains and whatnot?
No,
It's
no.
literally
Why would I ever
the only anime to ever make a parody of South Park.
I don't care. It doesn't make it good.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's still good. Makes absolutely no sense, but it's perfect.
I mean, I could get it. Look, you get me started on why Fully Cooley sucks. We'll be here all day, but
I mean,
the point is, it was a joke. It was a joke that just eventually all realized I'm right, and that was it. And then Hero Head comes and he's like, "This guy's wrong," and I didn't even argue that. All I said was Hero Head just presented some stuff, and I was just like, "Oh well, this is gonna be interesting," and that's all I said to that. And then everybody was fucking bickering and fighting. My mentions were blowing up, and they're not even yelling at me; they're yelling at each other. I'm like, "This is funny. Look at this shit. This is totally Gamergate. Oh my god!"
I know it was.
Look, I think everybody looks for some form of conflict. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to deny that. I did a parody video of Broly in which I tweeted the night before I was going to post it that I was going to expose a grifter in the community, and I literally ended the tweet saying "Ka" because I go as Crowe on Twitter, and I had some people kind of understand it was a joke, and other people trying to decide who the hell I was going after, and other people tweeting out that I'm wasting everyone's time and I'm stirring up drama. And I'm like, guys, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, but that was the tribalism around these internet personalities was a big factor of Gamergate that really made it gay. It was everybody had their... especially because they're making think pieces. They're going to save Western civilization with their YouTube videos. That's how we got Sargon of Akkad. Okay. That's how we got this shit.
Let me make
because that's how he got his fame.
I just want to make one quick point there. Okay. I think when you're talking about they're all reporting on roughly the same issue, which is the Vic Mignogna situation. But if you're basically stating that they're going to get full of themselves because they're having all these people follow them and subscribe to their channel and all this content, I mean,
telling them they can do no wrong and suck up their dick and all that.
Okay, and I mean, I'm just going to put it like this. I don't know many YouTubers personally, but once you gain a following of people, you're going to have people like that, and they're going to be your loudest fans, yes or no?
Wait, what point are you trying to make now?
I'm saying that you're saying that this is unique to this. It's unique to Gamergate.
No, again, this is a symptom. Everything that I'm saying is not
like
unique.
It's basically what would happen to anybody that gains a bunch of subscribers and has a bunch of people in their ear telling them how great they are. At the end of the day, it's going to be a personal issue. You're going to have some people that...
The e-celeb dick wank was a prominent
dick wank is going on.
Yes, it's everywhere, but it was also
a
prominent aspect of Gamergate. Yes,
it's
everywhere.
Then how are you going to stop it?
That doesn't excuse it for one thing. That doesn't excuse
what I'm
it.
saying is how are you going to stop it? At the end of the day, it comes down to the individual person.
I'm not stopping it. I'm saying if you're part of it, you suck. That's it.
Wait.
Okay, then what are you trying to do?
Hold on.
I don't get it.
Say that it sucks.
Okay, and what next?
And that's it. Make
Hey, wait,
fun
King,
of people.
King.
Okay.
How is that hard to grasp?
So if you're
This is
going to
like a
basically say
social
that
battle.
people suck and you're going to make fun of them, and then you're
Yes.
going to sit there and go, well, their reaction to going at me is so predictable. Well, yeah, duh. Of course they're going to go after you. You basically just said that they suck. The people that they like sucks. I mean, dude,
funny to watch.
dude, I don't know what's going on with your mic, and I can't hear a single thing you're saying right now.
King, Cody, I'm going to ask him.
Am I good?
I think.
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Okay.
You were around during the Gamergate days.
Me?
King, mostly.
Oh.
I know you were, Cody.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, King, were you around during Gamergate days?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I was on YouTube and I watched videos, but it wasn't like a primary focus of
I
mine.
mean, like, were you making videos?
No,
during them?
I mean, like,
were you viewing it?
I watched a bit of the content, but no, it wasn't like the main thing I was watching at the time.
Because I remember I was pretty decently hardcore into the Gamergate thing, but I watched all of them and whatnot, and I understand where Cody's coming from when it started becoming cringy and almost everything became like how like the fan idolization of YouTubers was way above any YouTuber I've ever seen in the Gamergate issue. Like, yes, it is a problem with every YouTuber, but when it came to Gamergate, it was like exponentially worse than everything else.
These people thought that these YouTubers, no hyperbole, were going to save Western civilization.
And here's the thing that
Okay, I gotta jump in right there. Hold on.
That is literally what they said. It's in their little cartoons.
Do you think that these same fans that are watching this content right now believe that these YouTubers are going to save Western civilization?
Well, as I said, we're kind of early in the Gamergate-itis here, but they're already.
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're already at the point where they're producing trash quality content, and they have these super fans that are producing all this artwork, and they're very tribalist. It doesn't sound like we're at the early stages of the Gamergate movement.
I don't know how well you can grasp that. We don't have to just be like, we are extreme here, extreme there. There's a process. We're kind of farther along than a process than I initially thought, but we haven't reached the point. We haven't gotten any Mount Rushmore, we're going to save Western civilization pictures, but we're already starting to get, here's my favorite YouTubers in heroic group shot. Here they are punching towards SJW. There is one picture.
And they're reporting on somebody that they have a massive fandom. They're covering Vic Mignogna, so yeah, those are the types of fans you're dealing with.
What types of, with cringy fans?
I wouldn't call them cringy. I just mean that this is the stuff that they do. They like doing art. I mean, shit, most anime fans that I know like drawing art. I don't think that's a fair criticism.
Well, there's a difference between just drawing art and and drawing what is essentially idol worshipping art. Like, there's a difference between the Vic the Shield Hero picture that came out earlier and an image of like Nick Rakita and Ty Beard and that umbrella guy punching SJWs in like a big brawl. Look how cool they are.
Like, personally, I don't see the problem with that. Like,
it's fucking embarrassing. The fucking French
it's embarrassing to you, Cody.
To plenty of people, trust me.
Oh, okay. And to plenty of people, it isn't. So what do you want me to say? To plenty of people, anime is embarrassing. To plenty of people, playing video games is embarrassing. To plenty of people making YouTube videos is embarrassing. To plenty of people doing a podcast is embarrassing. Saying the argument of plenty of people doesn't mean jack shit.
That's all you can do is appeal to the crowd. All you can do. All I have to say is Big Bang Theory's got big ratings. So what the hell does it matter? Look at all the furries in the world. Look at all of them that think that E621 is a great place to visit. What is there being an audience for something prove?
It sounds like all you have is an opinion on something.
Oh no, I have an opinion. What a bastard I am. It's almost like
you have an opinion. Some people agree, some people don't agree. In this situation, there are more people that disagree than agree.
You can really make that argument.
I wouldn't say that. From my experience, it's been a pretty interestingly even split.
Okay.
I think the people that disagree are louder because the people that agree will just say, Cody, I agree with you. Bye. With the people that disagree, this is my fourth message to you, you son of a bitch.
Did someone really send that to you?
What?
This is my fourth message to you, son of a bitch, because that's pretty funny.
It wasn't literally that. It was like someone just kept sending. There was people that kept sending messages. There are people that one of the artists that did one of those cringy Stand with Vic things did is still tweeting about me to this day. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, you did kind of personally insult them with what your comment was. And
the name Big Lexia.
And
I don't even doubt that, Cody, because I've insulted people on Twitter so hard that they've been on
dude, I had somebody that okay, look, I'll go over my first little Twitter thing with some idiot. And they're trying to tell me that as a Muslim, I need to be personally offended by someone using the word mongrel because it's oftentimes used as a slur against Arabs. I'm sitting there going like, why would I be personally offended? Muslims aren't dogs. And I just keep saying this to this idiot. And at a certain point, I tell him like, the only person who's behaving like a mongrel is you because you're acting like a rabid animal. Shut the fuck up. And they reported all 8 of my tweets in which I was saying Muslims aren't mongrels, and the one in which I called them a mongrel. And then after I was unsuspended, I came back. I tweeted at something else. I can't remember what it was, but they immediately responded to me saying I hadn't learned my lesson yet, and they would make sure that I did. So yeah, you're going to have people that are just like that. They don't let shit go, and that's kind of how social media is, Cody. I don't think that's.
I don't know what point. I don't know what you're trying to convince me of here.
Well, my point would be that's how people can get on social media. I don't think that says anything about the YouTubers or their general fans.
I think it says something about their general fans and how a lot of them can't string 2 words together. I would direct anybody to my Twitter page. My new Twitter banner is my favorite response so far.
Oh, I've seen that.
Although my second favorite would be the you said cosplayers are. You said cosplayers are thoughts. Well, some people cosplay with their children. So you are literally sexualizing children.
Are you getting 1,000? Are you getting 1,000 notifications every day from people? I mean, literally, like 1,000 to 10,000.
No. I mean, I got a lot with the AO Twitter account, but not.
Okay,
now.
so
the reason why I'm asking this is because they have more fans than the people that are tweeting at you, substantially more. So if you're saying that you have 1 or 2 people that are constantly messaging you, and then saying that that's a good representation of their fan base, I'm going to say that's bullshit.
My initial point was just that the reaction to what I said seems to be pretty evenly split. It's just that the people that don't like what I said are spurging like motherfuckers and won't shut up.
I think that there are people that don't like what you say that don't spurg like motherfuckers too. So.
Okay, but I'm just saying that just sort of
because
you're saying the majority
said something insulting, dude.
But your
expect
point was,
to get some backlash.
You lost your own point. Your point was that the majority is against me, and I'm saying no. It's pretty even. I've actually gotten, since the podcast and since the initial reading was over, I get pretty regular messages like, "Hey, I like that thing you said. I agree with it."
Yeah, to be fair, when you went off on Ricada's stream, it wasn't like all as one-sided as I expected, which initially kind of pissed me off, not gonna lie. Because I was like, what the fuck? These people are actually agreeing with him. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it's like, huh, that's kind of weird.
Hey, Cody, I brought the channel banner. Do you want me to read it for you, or what?
Yeah, go ahead. By all means, let the people know.
Cody, if you think you are the law, then you're mistaken. You are in no position to decide what people must upload. You're no less than the dictators who dictate life.
I gotta show that. Hold on.
That is just amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
And I was thinking about when this was happening. There's something I didn't even consider when I was giving my little rant.
Super chat, Senpai.
Oh, yeah, super chat. Read your super chat.
Did I get a super chat?
Yeah, $10.
I can't see it.
Okay, then I'll read it.
I can see it. Is that Plot Progressor B?
No, what? That's not Plot Progressor B.
Oh no, it's not. It's Yui Samadara, a detective, $10. Cody, one thing you don't know how anime fan is, every new anime come out new year, I will quote this anime is the best of all anime, or this anime is savior of anime. Really, I see no difference.
I think you might want to take a few more English lessons.
Cody, I was
And
Cody.
one thing I wanted to say.
I did not grasp what that was supposed to be.
Did I also? Oh yes, I did. Hold on a second.
Just a couple more, my dude. Just a couple more.
$2. Cody codes. I dare you to never say Gamergate ever again. You're gonna kill this guy if you make him.
Well,
do
then
that.
stop being like Gamergate, and I won't have to say
What
it.
is your fascination with Gamergate anyway?
Because this move is turning into Gamergate.
But you know, if somebody was to take a shot every time you said Gamergate, they would end up like 6s, right?
Because it's like saying, "Oh, I'm making a video. Oh, I'm making a Breath of the Wild review." Every time he says Breath of the Wild, I'm going to take a shot.
No.
Yeah,
Senpai,
but you're not reporting on Gamergate, dude.
I'm talking about how this movement's turning into Gamergate.
Okay,
That's
so
the
if
point.
you were talking about a video game that you thought was like Breath of the Wild, and you just kept
no,
saying
you
Breath of the
retard. I'm
Wild,
saying if you were making a video, pay attention. If you're making a video reviewing Breath of the Wild, you can't complain when someone keeps saying
you're
saying
not
Breath of the
reviewing
Wild.
Gamergate, dude.
Oh my, are you autistic?
He's making a comparison.
I get that he's
Do you
making a
not know
point,
how
but if he's saying like,
comparisons
I get how you're making the
Yeah,
comparison, but he's making a joke about how you constantly keep saying Gamergate, Gamergate, Gamergate.
Yeah.
Why not just
King? Can I say something? It's not that he's saying it is Gamergate. He's making he's making comparison on how it's like Gamergate. Thus, because he's making comparison to why it's like Gamergate, thus he has to bring up Gamergate to make this comparison.
I think he could just bring up the points that he's finding wrong with the movement.
But it has to do with this other movement. It is a direct comparison.
I really don't think it is, because your point about Gamergate.
You don't even
was
know about it. You just said yourself you weren't even there.
Can you let me speak, dude?
Let him speak, Cody.
You just said that people literally thought that they were going to be saving Western civilization. I'm saying that nobody. I mean, maybe there's one or two people. I really can't speak for everybody. I'm going to talk in hyperbole here.
God,
but no, shut up, dude. Nobody said that they think that these YouTubers are saving Western civilization.
I can't let you talk. This is too stupid. It's not you're completely incapable of understanding a simile or any kind of no. You keep taking shit literally, and I'm starting to think you're either autistic or stupid. I didn't say that they are saying the exact same thing. Try to follow here. I am saying that is an example of the Gamergate days, how much people worshipped these YouTubers. That is an example to prove the point that is how people worship these YouTubers. So that is where we're getting here.
Like they are going to save Western civilization?
Are you going to harp on that phrase?
Yeah, I think I will. It seems
to be pissing me off. Well, then you're retarded, because the point was that is the level they were at. That is an example that I am bringing forth to prove this point, that is the level of idolatry that Gamergate was at. That was the level. So let's forget the phrase Western civilization, because you're just obsessed with it. Because again, I think you're being disingenuous, because you're just kind of looking for something you think you can win on without actually listening to my point. So that is my example.
Well, that's only the second time you said that, so
yeah, and like what was that supposed to whatever, you're fucking retarded. The point is that is the example of how much they were worshiping these people, and to what Otaku was saying, that it was more pronounced in Gamergate than it usually is, because you're trying to say, oh, well, this happens all the time. And the point that I and Otaku were making is that no, it was even worse during Gamergate. By the way, Gamergate, kiss my ass. So
I really hope nobody's taking a shot every single time you said that, because they're fucking under the table now.
Take them shots, boy. Point is, that is the point that me and Otaku are making, that it was worse than usual. Example, the Western civilization remark. I am not saying that now they are saying the exact same thing, and you would have known that if you were either listening to me or not being a disingenuous dumbass. So the point is, then, that is the direction we're going to head. I just don't think that that's
a fair comparison, because that's a pretty grandiose statement.
Yeah, it's almost like that makes our point that it was bigger than usual during Gamergate. That was the point.
Okay, and you think it's bigger than usual right now?
I think it's going to get there.
So if it's not there... Okay.
I don't know if you caught during the Rakita stream, but my point was
that it's eventually going to head into that
eventually
direction.
Going to.
But you haven't pointed out a point. I mean, you haven't pointed out something that actually says it's going to get there, other than what you believe is going to happen.
List.
Of what you believe is going to happen, not of something that's actually happened yet. So yes, people are going to take it as just you insulting people. And when
But
I said
how does-
earlier, how do you know that the statement that's going to divide the community is
I don't
not
give a
you
fuck how
going
they say
off?
it.
Okay.
I don't
Again,
give a fuck.
I know you don't.
said what
Hey,
I
listen, I know you don't give a fuck. I'm just saying this again. If you're the one who's making that statement that does divide everybody, how are you not just calling out your own self-fulfilling prophecy?
How is it a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Because
I
if
think
you're
it's
the one
already-
who's saying that it's all going to basically, come out, right? Everything's just going to implode on each other because of one inciting incident because everyone's become tribalist, right? How do you know that your comment isn't the thing that sets that off? And when I'm saying it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, I'm saying you're the one who's calling that there is going to be a fire while holding the matches.
How am I holding the matches? How am I forcing
I
anybody
just stated
to worship
it.
these? I'm not forcing anybody to worship these YouTubers. I'm not forcing anyone to make clickbait. I'm
You're
not
saying
forcing
that they
anyone
are
to talk about this
worshiping
shit
the
every day.
YouTubers. I'm saying that I don't believe that they are worshiping the YouTubers.
Really? So the way they were flipping out, the way they flipped out at Senpai for just minor
Welcome
little
to
gag.
Twitter,
I wanna make
dude.
a comment on that. Wait, Oscar Martinez first. My head hurt. Is this Shane or Cody? Can't tell the difference. The stupidity is toxic.
See, that's the thing too. They can't think of any. They don't have any frame of reference outside of Rikita because again, it's the obsession shit.
No,
So
I
everything
think that
is
they
Shane.
are just giving you somebody that is equally
Yeah, but
stupid to talk
it's something
to.
I've noticed too. That it's like it's all the references is all Shane. It's all Ron Toye. It's all
I mean,
this. Like, they don't
I
have
mean, it's
any other
relevant
frame
to
of
them, dude.
I mean, here's the thing.
You,
even
okay,
if-
at this point, you want them to give you something that's not relevant to them?
What are you talking
Here's-
about? Not relevant to them. I'm sure. Do they not have anything else in their world that isn't related to Shane?
I don't think that
or-
they have anything that's worse than Shameless right now, honestly.
Hey, you
Shameless
guys,
Shane.
what's going on here?
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
Hey,
who's this?
Supergirl.
this is
Oh, hey.
Supergirl.
How the hell did you get in?
Act in.
Back door.
Okay,
How
King.
the fuck did you get in?
I got in the back door. What do you mean?
You
Okay,
do know
so
I already ejected one person out tonight, right?
Oh, shush.
okay, so King, as I was saying,
Wait,
shit,
I'm sorry,
not my
buddy.
point.
I just call me Crowe.
had a-
I have way too many names online
So you
now.
get the mute
Call
or
you
you
what?
get the eject.
Just call me Crowe. It makes it
Okay.
easier.
Don't inject her. Just let her be. Whatchamacallit? Shit. As I was trying to say with, fuck, I forgot my point.
Can
Now
you bring in a random then?
I'm sorry. Just go on.
How
Then.
dare you? How could you?
I'm sorry. I forgot the point I was talking about. Y'all just go back. over
Is
what
it
you're
is
saying.
it the moonshine?
It's moonshine, wine, and quite a few other things. But yeah, I did decently. I had a point about. Oh yeah, he's not saying that it is full blown Gamergate yet, and not full blown idol worship yet. It's rather that it's going to be that. It's taking the stages of it. The early stages of it is now, and it's going to be that in the future. That's what we're seeing right now. I honestly believe that with Cody, because when I was going through Gamergate, because I was following goddamn everyone, I gotta admit I was part of the Spurg crew, which is why I don't even talk about my old accounts I had. I pretty much try to forget that past. Whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit is okay. If Shane is fan service to Nick, then I will use a name you will recognize, Anita.
It's honestly I would say it's early stages. It's not to the full-blown Gamergate yet that we know today, but it's more of it's going to be that in the future. It's just that's all he's trying to say is it's early game, but with the stages it's going through, it will be that in the future.
Yep, that's
Well, it
that's
sounds
100%
like
what I'm
he's
saying.
saying that they are already tribalist and they're already doing idol worship, so that would be the stages of Gamergate,
Yes and no,
not the early
because-
stages.
No, yes and no, because there was early stages idol worship, but it gets worse over time. And how much is idol worship? It's like kind of like not a spectrum. I don't want to say a spectrum. It's more
It's
of
kind of spectrum.
yeah, it's kind of spectrum.
It's a spectrum in many ways.
Definitely anyone on the idol worship is on the spectrum, so I guess it is a spectrum. But it's more of it's like early stages there's like a whole bunch of stages where it gets worse and worse and worse over time. And that's what he's trying to say. We're in the early stages, but on the stage we're going to, it's going to be as bad as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, taking out the kind of heated shit for a minute. You gotta stop looking at everything like, oh, it's just, this is the extreme thing, or this is the one way it can be. That there's not levels of anything, that there's not a spectrum of anything, that there's not a like it can't be a smaller version of the thing. Like it's either that or nothing. I mean, forgoing the fact that I feel like you're being disingenuous with a lot of your attempts at arguing me. That is the big thing where you have to realize
Hasn't been attempts, buddy.
Just because you have idol worship doesn't mean it's the same idol worship. Doesn't mean we're at that level yet. We have the signs of it going there. We have the early shit that was the early shit in Gamergate, and we saw where that went, or at least we did if we were there. But just because the thing is there doesn't mean it's the same thing that Gamergate had. Do you get that?
Yeah, I think I understand roughly what Gamergate was about. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to argue that point with you. What I'm saying is the situation with Vic Mignogna is not similar to the situation with Gamergate. It doesn't have the same meaning to a lot of people that Gamergate does either. And if you're going to tell me that, hold on, if you're going to tell me that fans are in the stages of idol worship while at the same time not being at those stages of idol worship, but those are clear signs that it will hit the stages of Gamergate, to you, it just kind of seems like you're basing your assumptions off something that did already happen, but at the end of the day, it's you basically making a prediction, then coming out and making statements that would try to make that prediction come true.
How would my statements make that prediction come true? If this movement can be destroyed by me spurging on Nick Rekida's stream, this movement deserves to be destroyed. What the fuck? How does me saying shit?
I'm saying that that's what it sounds like your whole rant is geared towards.
I don't know,
I'm not saying that it would be successful. I'm just saying that
my rant was just me saying what I thought. I don't know. Apparently, that is a foreign concept now, that you could just speak your mind without an ulterior motive.
I don't know.
It just seems like it's a foreign concept to you that when you give an opinion that people disagree with, that they're going to come out and say that they disagree with it.
I don't think you're familiar with my work.
Cody.
Okay, then why are you spazzing out now?
I'm not. People are spazzing out over me. I spazzed out at you because you're being a disingenuous dumbass. But in terms of this whole thing, I'm not spazzing out. I'm just saying, look, see, I'm right.
I don't know, Cody. You do have an influential word. I've found this out because all we said was you hated idol worship, and the very next day you got fan art of you with the OBS shield. Like, you can't deny that your word has influence.
What can I say, man? I can't handle all this charisma. I'm just
Cody's a good guy.
Oh my god, shut up.
Shut up, don't fucking mute me.
Okay, well, I guess the eject button's always an option.
No, don't, Senpai. Don't.
God damn it. Holy shit, dude.
Yes, I'll take care of it later, don't worry.
Why did you eject?
Because I'm an asshole. I'm a douchebag.
Literally, there was no reason for that.
I knew we'd get along.
Dude, it's literally...
Whatever.
Cody. It's literally you guys talking it out. Like, right? Everybody's... I mean, this surprisingly is not a spurging...
No, I mean, I kind of might need another moderator soon. I may get a little too drunk. That's why I was inviting her.
I mean, I could get, like, some random dude, like...
Get Phil from across the street.
Wait,
Come here.
Can we get like one of your what's it called? Why can't we get like what the what or some like?
Because what the what's almost always busy and doesn't care about random drama shit.
What about Necro?
Necro is he has a full-time job. He's almost always working.
Yeah, but he's mixed like me, so like that would.
Do you know how hard it is for me to get in contact with him?
No.
He started my podcast, and I still have trouble getting in contact with him.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's understandable. I don't know. I'll let me go look in my bag. You guys,
we can keep going for now.
Necro used to post pretty frequently in the AO Discord, and then recently we hear from him. So I don't know. I don't even see him on Twitter that much. So
well, yeah, he's been seriously, serious question. How old are you, Cody? That's
30,
what people are asking.
33.
I said it was either late 20s or early 30s.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah. So 33. What I was trying to say is,
I just sound young. My family ages really well. I probably will live forever. You'll never be rid of me.
Oh God, I hope not.
Elon Musk comes out with some immortality thing.
You'll really never be rid of me.
Oh man, I would love.
I'll be fucking 120 years old, still giggling and pissing people off on Twitter.
If Twitter's still a thing, you might outlive Twitter. That would be a hilarious thing to think about.
I would almost be sad. Like I kind of like this. Twitter's such a hilarious shit show. It's great. Like
I mean, outliving Twitter means that another thing came to replace Twitter, so you'll
like
still
this,
be pushing on the next thing.
This is just so, one of the most fun things was like on the AO account, and you tweet out like Lolicon is pedophilia, shut up you fucking kitty fuckers, and just waves of just dudes with like proud incel in their profile, or like autistic and proud and shit, which just come in and just get so mad, just post hilarious shit, the maddest shit. It's wonderful. I don't want Twitter to go away. I can't lose that. I can't lose that. Or at least if anything takes its place, it has to keep the ability to mouse over and see a profile, because that's the best part of pissing people off on Twitter, is to mouse over the person's profile and to see their fucking profile. I'm going off on a tangent, but it's fun.
Yeah. Super chat.
Read it. Read that super chat.
Senpai?
Is it a $2 one?
$2, yeah.
Yui Sana Samidara, Detective My Savior is only anime thighs, nothing else.
By the way, yeah.
Oh god,
that was a good super chat.
Yeah, it was. For fuck's sakes. You guys are too much sometimes.
Look, I don't know how. I mean, if me spurging on Nick's stream brings about the end of WeebWars,
oh no,
I will never stop just reveling in it. Because if me just having an autistic rage for 15 minutes, which, man, I wish Nick would have shut me up. I didn't know it was going on that long. I was just kind of venting. It just felt good to get it out.
Here's the thing: you don't even need your spur to end the Kick Vic movement. All you need to do, I stand with Vic movement. All you need to do is connect the dots between all their YouTube channels.
Apparently,
I mean, at the end of the day, I guess Gamergate is something that it's just a different thing altogether. With the Vic Mignogna situation, at the end of the day, he's going through the court, right?
Well,
that has an end date to it.
That actually, I did want to bring that up because you brought that up. What started Gamergate? I don't know if you remember what started Gamergate, but it was initially some guy came forward that about the escapades of his ex-girlfriend, his abusive ex-girlfriend, the fact that she was sleeping around with people in the gaming industry to get good reviews for her non-video game. And then this kind of exposed a whole larger network of left-wing corruption, I guess we'll call it, because the term SJW didn't even exist yet. It was Gamergate that gave us the term SJW. Mm-hmm. And from there, and then it was when they decided, the journalists, the game journalists have decided to hit back with some very suspicious activity. That's when it sort of exploded. And it's very similar here to where we're having some underhanded shit go on in this industry that's driven by a far left ideology, and their behavior is again suspicious. It's a very suspicious response. It's oddly coordinated. Some very questionable things have happened that makes you wonder if something's going on behind the scenes. Except this time, I think Nick is something we needed in Gamergate. That, forget the social media outrage. There's that legal recourse. And I say Nick because it was Nick that hooked Vic up with the lawyer and convinced him to do it, because Vic wasn't going to do it. And
I got to clarify on something just so I make sure I have everything correct. were you the one who kind of got Nick Rekieta involved with the Vic Mignogna situation?
Yes and no. Initially, see, I'd been on his show before and we had a good time. So he was like, well, hey, I heard this. I cover legal things. I hear there's a legal shenanigans going on in the weeb world. Once you and a couple other people come on and we'll talk about it. And then I said, well, hey, you know what you should do? I have Vic Mignogna's contact info. Let me send it to you and you can set something up, either have him on the podcast or just set him up. Because Nick had also offered, you know, when we were having our issue with Tara Strong, you know, like if she goes through with it, I can hook you up with some lawyers. So I'm thinking, oh, Nick can probably hook Vic up with something, you know, because I hear Vic is thinking about doing something, but I get the feeling Vic's kind of wishy-washy. He might not do it. But primarily, I mean, to be real, primarily, I was just kind of hoping he would get Vic on the stream. So I sent Nick Vic's contact info, and from there, Nick got in touch with Vic. It's the icks just keep fucking with me. Nick got in touch with Vic, and then convinced him to, and then hooked him up with Beard Harris, Bulk and Hughes, and then convinced him to go through with it, because it seems like Vic was initially just going to, like he had always done, just this will blow over, I'm not going to do it, and it was Rekieta that had to tell him, like, man, this ain't gonna blow over, you got to fight this. And Ty Beard too. Ty Beard also was telling him that. So yeah, that was one of the reasons I never really fought up. I'm not in any kind of, I don't have any desire for YouTube fame or celeb fame. So I didn't keep
7 million subs and then I shout out AnimeOutsiders and then you know, 1 million subs.
So like so yeah, I'm not certain. That's why I didn't, you know, go make a YouTube channel about this or like that's the big reason that I haven't brought the AnimeOutsiders Twitter back, because I don't want to get roped in with this garbage. And I don't just mean the SJWs fighting, because I'm used to that. I don't want to get roped in with the quote unquote cool kids. So I guess the rant was a subconscious way of me really trying not to do that. Because I swear to fucking God, if I had ended up on one of those fucking fan arts, I would have fucking blown my brains out. Like, just me standing all heroically next to that umbrella guy in yellow flash, like, oh my God, no. Just the flashes of the Mount Rushmore in my face, and I'm like with the Kill Bill theme, the Ironside theme. So like I gave it to Nick. Nick took it from there, and Nick did way more than I ever could. So I fucked off.
I guess, again, because you keep talking about Gamergate, it just seems like the big difference between this situation and Gamergate, this is a little bit off topic from the original point of me getting on here. It does seem like the Vic Mignogna situation is very different in the sense that it does have an expiration date, no matter how you look at it. He's seeking legal recourse, and like you said, that's different from Gamergate.
I don't think it's going to end with Vic's trial ending.
Okay.
Because between the people that want more, they're hooked on that dopamine. They want that justice. They want to feel like I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. And then you got all these YouTubers. You think these YouTubers are gonna just close their channel in the sense? No, they're gonna. I guarantee you, because Nick said himself, this Vic situation is gonna slow down big time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it already has slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, but it's gonna slow down even more.
Yeah.
So these YouTubers you watch, they're gonna be desperately milking for content. Like their tweets, Mars Girl bought a new video game. Let's make.
How do you know we're not already milking for content?
Oh, I mean,
just watch. You're gonna get
obvious.
You're gonna get like 10-minute videos. Mars Girl bought a new video game. How could she do that? This guy tweeted an opinion, not an opinion. Well, let me talk about it for 10 minutes. Like they are gonna milk it. That cow's udders are gonna be fucking red and swollen before any new developments come in with the Vic situation. And it is going to be embarrassing to watch. But yeah, it's not going to end with Vic, because this is just, it feels too good. So they're going to keep finding some new way to keep this going. Even after Gamergate was dead, remember Sargon fucking smuggling on the Ralph retort? I would get Trump to tweet about Gamergate. That'll really
damn it. That thing was so cringy. I couldn't stop laughing and making memes about it. I made so many memes about it.
The best part was the dead silence after he said it. Like he was expecting everyone to laugh with him, and just that dead silence until Zidane just busted out laughing at him.
Was it Zidane? It was Zidane. Okay, I just remember one of them saying, "Are you fucking stupid?" or something like that.
Yeah, no, it was initially dead quiet until Zidane started laughing, and then he was laughing at Sarga. So like that kind of, it's not, cause they don't want to let that shit end. It feels too good, and it makes them money, and it makes them feel powerful, makes them feel influential, makes them feel like they're somebody. You can just let that die? No. So I guarantee you, when the Vic lawsuit concludes, there's going to be that victory lap, as there should be, and then when the dust settles, there's going to be that question of then what, and there's got to be a then what, and there's going to be. We're going to get more videos on Renfamous tweets. They're going to try to make this person a thing. They're going to try to make this person an enemy.
Yeah, this is one of the downfalls of what Gamergate did, is because they make their channel too reliant on it. And that's probably the worst part about it, is because when they make too reliant, thus they make the content about only those people, and because they get trapped inside those people, they try to make more enemies of the same-ish kind of ideologue, and because they make it same-ish, thus the content, it becomes same-ish, and then all of it just blends together and no real reason to have the content itself.
Okay,
and someone made a super chat.
So I'm not. Wait, you got a super chat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! Hold up. I'm back. The Cowboy FMJ. All the IStandWithVic YouTubers made content before Vic, so why can't they make content after?
Yeah, actually, that was the point I was going to try to make. Was they had their channels before IStandWithVic. I'm sure that there's going to be some people who will fall into that trap, but even after your rant, it seemed like most of the people that were tweeting about this that do have large YouTube channels were basically stating that they understood the Vic situation was not going to last forever.
But what were they making videos about before Vic? It was ComicCrowe. It was that same basic issue of SJWs. And the Vic thing, that's because ComicCrowe is about dead. It's about dead. So that was the boon of IStandWithVic.
Well, I mean, ComicCrowe and Gamergate and all of them had different goals.
Well, yeah, but ComicCrowe kind of died when all the big people left, and we didn't need it anymore. We have a new industry that, with this Indiegogo,
I mean, ComicCrowe, out of all the gates, ComicCrowe has officially conquered what their goal was.
Yeah.
That's why it, quote unquote, died. They conquered. They actually made.
So if the Vic situation ends with Vic winning his lawsuit, would that not be accomplishing their goals? Would they not just move over to covering something else and doing something else?
Well, that's the thing. With ComicCrowe, as it was petering out, then came Vic, and that kept their channel going with this topic of SJWs. So once Vic ends, there better be a new gate, because they're not going to have anything if there's not. What the hell are they going to talk about?
Well, I mean, they'll either move on to a different subject or the channel's going to die. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, my primary point is just fuck these guys. Like, I'm not trying to fix their problem. Why would I? I have no, especially now, I've lost respect for a lot of them. Why would I? I'm just pointing out that they suck, essentially. Well, I'm not trying to offer them a better solution. Why would I? That's like offering Darkside Phil a better solution.
Okay, okay, look, I don't know who that guy is, so I apologize.
DSP, yes.
Wait, what?
Okay, DSP is considered one of the single worst Let's Players. He is a loud, obnoxious twat.
He's destroyed many controllers.
He plays a lot of fighting games, and he just constantly blames the lag or the opponent is cheap or like all that kind of shit. There's entire massive amounts of compilations of this is how you don't play.
So
I remember
of him.
Apparently had one game.
It just sounds like all the videos I've seen of Perfection rage quitting from fucking Xenoverse.
So. No. This person, when he gets angry, he has put holes in the wall. He's fucking once and like he's destroyed his controller like 5 times in one gaming section. This motherfucker rages like a motherfucker.
Are you familiar with Down the Rabbit Hole?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's a really good...
Hold on, Cody. Before you move on from that point, though, Because we were talking about the Dark Side Phil thing and how you'd be giving him advice.
He was going to bring up the down the rabbit hole.
Well, yeah, down the rabbit hole is a.
But before you move on to that point, just
well, no,
this
is not moving on. This is the same thing.
Okay.
It's a really, really, really good YouTube channel. It's just like little mini documentaries on various different topics, like from internet culture to world history and all that stuff. They did down the rabbit hole did a video on Dark Side Phil that if you ever want to learn about this guy and what I'm talking about when I say like being popular doesn't matter. Watch that, because this guy, he goes over the whole thing, and if you want to see like what I'm comparing to, because this guy is the primary comparison with like shit content. So that's what I'm saying. Just check that out if you want some perspective on that guy. Or some
he
content.
literally makes fun of his own fans and talks shit about his own fans and makes fun of his own fans, and because he knows the only people that watch him fucking hate him in all his shit. There's very few people that unironically like him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got like nothing to say to that. Look, if
he makes good money on Patreon.
Well, probably because people want to see him rage out and act like a fucking idiot,
people,
right?
I think
hate him so much that they pay.
No, actually, I think there's a lot of that. There are a lot of people, inexplicably. I don't get it either, but there's a lot of people that genuinely like him.
No, I disagree. I honestly think it's a lot of people that genuinely hate him so much that they will pay him so that he becomes reliant on them. Thus, he has to cater to them, because if he doesn't, they threaten to take away his money.
I don't know if it's that. I would say that, because this is very unrelated now, but I would say that if I had to guess there, when you're saying like someone's like raging out playing a video game, I've watched videos of people like fucking snapping their controllers in half. Sometimes it's funny to see someone lose their shit.
Well, there's people, a lot. He has a significant amount of people that just like him. They think like, oh, I like that he's real and he doesn't pretend like he's something he's not, and he's the king of hate, and I'm like that too, and all that kind of stuff. Like he has a significant. Now he's an even bigger amount of people that hate him and make fun of him. Most of the internet that knows him hates him and makes fun of him. But it's not like only 3 or 4 people that actually like him. I mean, I doubt his patrons are people that hate him. Like, that's your money. You're not going to pay money to someone you hate just out of some big brain scheme.
I have seen quite a few people pay people because they hate them that much. I've seen quite a few people.
Well, then they're asking people to pay me. Your favorite YouTuber sucks and is gay. Pay me.
Okay, so look, I understand that you would never want to hype out Dark Side Phil. Did you try reaching out to these YouTubers and talking to them about their content?
I made the offer at the end of the stream. If anybody wants to debate me on the thing that I've said.
I am talking about before you went on the rant.
No, because I wanted it to be public. That's why I wanted to, when I initially talked to Nick Rikita when he was doing that State of the Union thing.
Did you care about them changing their content or no?
50-50. Like, I care so much.
Here's the thing that I'm trying to get at, Cody. Yeah. If you publicly call somebody out, and I understand you said that you weren't, but if you're using their thumbnails, they're going to know that's their content that you're talking about. And you follow it up with basically things that sound, because it sounded like insults to me on Twitter the very next day and the day after that, right?
Well, Twitter was insults because it was retaliatory.
Okay, hold on. You think that if you had handled it differently, that you could have actually gotten them to change the content they were doing? Or do you honestly think that... Okay, so you thought that calling them out that way by having a 40-minute rant was honestly better?
Look, my 40-minute rant was just my opinion on the matter. If they can change, if they want to even say, you could change, you could disregard what I'm saying, I don't care. I'm saying what I think. This is turning into Gamergate, and it's your choice whether or not you want to go down that road.
I think that if you made that one statement, it would have been a lot different, don't you?
No, because I think these people are very defensive about what they got going on. They got a good thing going. They're not going to change. I mean, all they got to do is like make a stream. We're going to read some of Mars Girl's tweets and talk about how bad she is. Money, please. And they make money. People give them money. People will give people money to have their opinions regurgitated back at them.
That honestly, almost every political channel possible.
Yeah, so like that's you're not going to stop. This is lucrative shit. They're gonna put on, no, I'm not. I'm doing this because I care. Bullshit. BULL shit.
So you're of the opinion that none of them believe in the content that they're doing.
No, it's not that they don't believe it.
Well,
I'm sure
I want to just understand what Cody's point there was.
No, I think they're not going to change what they're doing because it's easy money. Like they might, I don't think that they're making up their opinions. I think that this is easy money. All I got to do is just record my desktop and talk for 10 minutes and I make like $40, $50 a day.
If they're just sharing their opinion, just like you're sharing your opinion, what's the
I
problem?
don't know. Here's the thing, King. I've watched quite a lot of the channels together. It seems a little fishy on how they don't overlap on topics, yet they all seem, I don't know, I think there might be something fishy going on when I see it. It's not natural like what Gamergate had. I'm still looking into it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, even that aside, I think it's not just the opinions. It's the fact that they're doing it every day, low effort content. They have to pump out a video a day because that keeps the momentum going, like Mundane Matt said, and that keeps the money coming in.
Oh, you got a super chat, Senpai.
Here's Superberry money, Senpai. Thank you, cowboy.
So yeah, it's not even that they're giving their opinions. It's their methodology. It gets fishy when you seem to have to put out a video every day, keeping the momentum going, keeping things going. You can't, like, Sargon of Akkad used to be respectable, and back in the day when he was respectable, I will give him credit. He didn't do like every day it's a video on every single news article about some crazy leftist talking point. He saved it for one day a week. He did This Week in Stupid, and he put together an edited video where he talked about each one, gave it some time, gave his opinions, and had some level of production value. Maybe low, but it was some level of production value. He didn't just record his desktop and click through Windows Image Viewer. It came out on this day. He had a scheduled day for it. It felt like he gave a damn. It didn't feel like he was just trying to get that money. Like yeah, he wants that money, but it felt like he was working for it, as opposed to just I'm gonna just make a 10-minute little rant on whatever bullshit I can find on Twitter, and I'm gonna get that money. Like I don't think they're gonna change. That's all they have to do, and they get paid. It's like trying to tell the motherfucker on welfare to go get a job that's gonna pay less than his welfare check. No, he ain't gonna do that. He's making more money sitting on his ass than he would be flipping burgers. Why would he go flip burgers? It's the same thing here. They ain't gonna change their content. This is easy money.
I mean, until it's not. I mean, most content like that would just dry up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like they're thinking long term. They got a good thing.
I'm pretty sure they're thinking short term.
Yeah.
Almost anyone that did the Gamergate and wrote it out all the way to the end is thinking short term. I don't think they're thinking long term.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is I understand what you're talking about with Gamergate. I just, and obviously I don't think we're going to agree to any of this, but I don't think that this thing going on with Vic Mignogna is similar to Gamergate in two ways. One, that you admitted to, and that there's legal recourse in what's going on. And two, that there is an expiration date with Vic Mignogna. There was an expiration date with Gamergate, obviously. That's when the content dries up and, it starts to implode on itself.
Well, here's the thing. You're right in that, but I think you're missing my point. Okay. In that you're right in that, yes, those things are true. Those are the ways they are different from Gamergate. My point is not that the cause of this commotion is different. It's the commotion itself, like not the subject being talked about.
It's the anti-SJW thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's the fervor around it that's very much the same, or at least getting to that point.
I see that stuff all the time, though. I mean, I'm not saying even related to this stuff. I see that stuff on plenty of other channels related to other topics.
Yeah, the anti-SJW stuff is
people get crazy. I mean, fucking politics are just fucking insane.
But
that like SJW stuff is
it's that
intertwined with so much shit going on. Like I live in California, I can tell you people here are fucking batshit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, you live in California? I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, dude. There was a lady who fucking it was in Palo Alto, so I'm not too far away from there. She's in a fucking Starbucks, and there's this dude wearing a fucking Trump hat, and she starts losing her shit on the guy, demanding wanting all the other white people in the restaurant to stand up with her and and shout the guy down and get him thrown out. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you find it funny. I'm just saying, like, look, I get where you're coming from. The only way I see that content actually dying, the anti-SJW content actually going away, is when that stuff really becomes incredibly rare.
I'm not speaking to all anti-SJW content because, again, it's a series. It's like a cough. A cough could mean many things. A cough plus this equals AIDS. Like that is the anti-SJW content is the cough, and then we have the other symptoms like the clickbait, the constant need to keep the momentum going, the elevation of meaningless people into enemies for the purposes of rallying people to your content, which was done with Anita and Gamergate and people like Renfamous and Mars Girl in the Vic situation. You have like all these other things with the cringy fan art, with the idol worship, with the YouTube e-celeb dick sucking. All of these different separate things come together. They are all the separate symptoms that equal the gate AIDS. And I noticed them coming.
I can understand that. When it comes back to the art thing, again, I think the reason why you have artists right now involved is mostly because of the fact that we're talking about a community involved in anime, and a large portion of anime fans that I know love to just draw. And
it's not even just art. Like someone did when this first happened, someone drew Nick Nikita as an anime. Like, okay, you got the lawyer guy who's talking about an anime thing, so we'll draw him like an anime. All right. But when it's the content of the art. And it's early. I'm calling it out early.
Okay.
But it's getting there. Like we're already getting like I can remember when it was something I don't even remember.
When you say it's early, right, Cody?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you not think that you might just be with the things that you're saying? I get you don't care how some people are going to perceive them, but like when you're talking about the art, I know Pixlexia, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was funny.
Okay, look, she likes to draw this stuff. She likes to just draw art. I think she draws art for other people too. Just contact her. If she wants to feel like she can contribute in some way to what's going on, would she not then choose to do art?
Well, look, I'm an artist, and I can tell you this: you are not obligated to be able to, or entitled. That's the word I'm looking for. You're not entitled to post your art and not have it be shat on.
Okay.
That is what you do when you are an artist and you post or anything creative into the public sphere. You have to be able to accept that someone's going to think your work sucks, and they're going to say this sucks, and you've got to be able to take that. And if you can't, the fuck are you doing posting your art in public? This is not your mom's house. You're not going to put it in the refrigerator. This is the world, the real world.
I don't know.
Well, I get that. Like if I put a video up that's terrible and people want to say like you're a fucking retard, I think it's my choice whether or not I want to comment on it, right?
Yeah. But it's also their choice to say, like, you've got to be able to understand when you put a creative word out in the field. And I'm saying not to you, but to someone like Pixlexia. When you put a creative word out in the field, you got to be able to take it. You're going to be able to take someone saying
But
it's
were you
shit.
criticizing their art, or were you criticizing the reason why they were doing that?
Both. I mean, I'm
gonna
be real. Pixlexia ain't great.
Okay, I don't think it was both though. And I can only draw stick figures, so I don't think I'm one to comment on anyone's art.
I mean, I'm just gonna be real. I don't think Pixlexia is that great, and I think that was kind of the stuff that was drawn was fucking embarrassing. I mean, especially some of the I don't remember who drew this, but the one that was like it was Tybeard, Nick Ricada, and a couple of I think Tug and somebody else, and they were like punching a horde of SJW zombies. That was fucking embarrassing. And there was some dude, I can't remember, our research guy brought him up on Twitter because I totally forgot about him. He was this dude that did e-celeb dick writing at Gamergate, and he would make like the women of anti-SJWs where he would draw like the female Gamergate YouTubers and like these pinup pictures, and it was really awkward. And then he did this one of like a group of the anti-SJW YouTubers in like a group fighting shot with a bunch of other like SJW figures like Anita and all these people. And it was fucking deja vu when you see that picture of Nick Ricada and Tybeard and all them fighting all these people. Like, I've seen this before. And there it is when the guy showed. I wish it was a couple weeks ago when he showed it.
So
So
can we
it'd be
sum
pain in the
this
ass to
up
pull it
to
up.
you having PTSD from
A
Gamergate?
little bit. I mean, I don't think some of y'all that went through that know how bad that got.
Yeah,
Like it got just like you didn't. It's bad enough when like SJWs do ridiculous shit, but when people that are like on your quote unquote side just become just spurg lords.
It was
Just
bad
like
enough that I deleted my Twitter for a year and never
yeah,
went
it's
back
just
to it.
I don't want to go out in public. You know what I mean? Like, oh god.
I can understand what you're saying here. But again, if you're saying that the reason why you think it's related is because of the anti-SJW content, I mean, look, they exist and they're
No, see again, you're
okay.
missing the forest from the trees here. It's anti-SJW content, but on its own, isolated, these things are not a problem. Some of them are kind of cringy, but isolated, they're not a big deal. Together, they make a gate.
Okay, so let's say that they make a gate, right?
Mhm.
Again, we just talked about the differences between Gamergate and Comicsgate. If this movement winds up in the direction of Comicsgate, is that an issue to you?
I don't think it's heading that direction. That's why I said what I said.
Okay, well,
I think it's heading in the direction of Gamergate.
okay.
And even Comicsgate had its problems. Comicsgate succeeded, but it succeeded at the.
I think any
I guess the
movement is going to
sacrifice of
have
a lot
its
of people's dignity.
problems. I think anything is going to have its problems because you're going to have so many people involved in it that obviously you can't control the actions of that involved. But again, what I'm saying is, let's say it's a gate. Let's say it's not Gamergate. Let's say it's Comicsgate. You think that coming out with your rant is really going to make it any better than the direction you think it's heading in?
If it was heading in the Comicsgate direction, I probably wouldn't have made that rant.
In all honesty, I think people really need to hear the blunt truth of what people think about their content.
I don't disagree. It's just if this is directed at the YouTubers, I still think that I would respect that rant way more if you had that conversation with those YouTubers, and I know you have the pull to actually have that conversation.
Well, I tried. That's what I was getting at earlier.
Okay.
When Nick was having that thing, I was like, please let me on this. I have something I've got to talk about. And then he was like, and he said on the stream, I'm only going to have these 3 YouTubers. I'll have other people on down the line, but I just want to keep to these 3. So I kind of got relegated to this, me and Nick.
I'm not talking about going on camera and doing a video for people.
But with them, it was the idea was with
I get
those
that.
guys.
I'm talking about just contacting. You have the ability to.
Well, what would that accomplish? This needed to be aired out in public.
You say that, but you haven't even tried to get them to do anything. You haven't even addressed what your concerns are with them. So,
but I did. That was the point of that rant.
Well, yeah, I'm saying before you did that rant. You get what I'm saying?
Most YouTubers I know don't usually change.
Hey, that's perfectly fine if they don't. I'm saying that if you want
what would the point have been if
just
messaging
not
them?
Go in the direction of Gamergate, and I kind of want to move on because the whole point of here was I thought to debate Senpai, so, but that's okay. Look,
but it was about me.
No,
wait, why did you want to what now?
Hold on.
Now? Hold on.
I thought we were going to talk about the stuff that we were talking about earlier.
I mean, we were, but then fucking Cody showed up, and I was just like, well, I mean, you have him right here, so you might as well.
Debate him instead.
And to be fair,
in all honesty, this is so much better than it.
After a while,
actually, yeah.
I don't hate you as much as I did when I spurged out before.
It's cool. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going off in the direction of something different. Like, is this Gamergate? Is it not? And does this do this? Does this do?
You know what I think? I think would help. My point, and at least to help. I think give people some context. If Senpai can pull this up and play it for people, because I don't think it's long. Maybe it's long and he can't. The why Internet Aristocrat, that was Mr. Medicare's old handle back in the Gamergate days. Why Internet Aristocrat left Gamergate? Because he left like a goodbye message of why he's fucking off. If you could pull that up, because there's only one thing he talks about that doesn't apply when he talks about the methodology with attack. That doesn't really apply here. But then the rest of his stuff, when he talks about it,
I
can't sound
because that's gonna probably be copyright.
No, it's not.
Mr. Medicare. That's
A, he doesn't copyright that shit, and B, it was just like it was like a statement. He was like a.
Well, then you pull it up 6. I'll present the set.
Well, no, because I can't display the audio.
Hey, Cody, you fucking present it.
Actually, maybe I can find it.
He can DM it to you.
Yeah, just put your microphone your speakers all the way up to your microphone.
Actually, yeah. Well, I think I can do just the sound of my.
Yeah.
Audio maybe. Where is it? Internet Express reasons for leaving Gamergate. Here it is. Oh, it's 5 minutes long. So let me see.
I remember that shit.
Let me see if there's a way for me to.
Also, you guys might want to wrap it up too.
Yeah, I think this will be a good way to end it too, because it would.
I think we're actually making a decent amount of progress on why we had the arguments, though.
Here, I'll drop the link in chat. Anyone that can play the video for the people.
I'll listen to it after. Here.
Well, I would like to play it for the chat too, because I think that's a good way. That'd be a good way to sort of close out the point I'm making. Because if you listen to what he's saying, it's eerily prophetic to this movement.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, again, with the attack methodology. Let me see. Can I set this to stereo mix, like my...
It's so confusing. How is this internet aristocrat called Medicare Archive? I still love the meme that they're different people. Oh man!
So is there any way you could pull up that audio for the people? Because again, I think that would.
Senpai, you need to start using OBS so you can do this.
I don't know how to use OBS, my dude.
They're all laughing at you behind your back.
Okay, maybe I can teach you one day.
Yeah, one day, but that day is not today.
Of course not. It would take way too long to set up.
Of course. Also, it's like 4 a.m. in the morning, so.
Let's see.
Rap. Oh, Oscar Martinez. This kid needs to mind his own business. People make money however they want, and the audience decides whether they continue to watch their videos.
Well, by that logic, you can never complain about anybody makes money.
Pretty much.
If you can't complain about a hitman.
Can't complain about a pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, people make money on
Yeah,
that.
you can complain about a fucking pedophile.
Again, I swear to God.
People can make money on selling child porn. I'm not saying that and obviously it's because someone's going to be an idiot. I'm not saying that's what any of these YouTubers are doing.
At
the end of the day, I think that what he's saying is it's just your opinion on it. Why does it matter? I think that's what he was trying to say over there.
Yeah, why does my opinion matter? That's a good question for the person saying that.
Yeah,
I'm voicing my opinion. Why does it matter so much that you're mad that I'm voicing my opinion?
Well, again, then I would say that why does it matter that anyone has an opinion on what you said too? Or why does anyone have an opinion on what I said? Why does anyone have an opinion on an opinion that I put out an opinion on what you said?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all just giving our opinions on something. I can respect that much.
Yeah, King, what we're saying is the end state of that argument is why you literally can't criticize anything. The end state of that argument comes out to, well, why do you have a problem with pedophilia? It's literally just something like that. It's one of those things, like, when you get to the end state of that argument, of the philosophical take of it, you can't criticize anything because everything is just your opinion.
Yeah, except pedophilia is actually...
Well, I think what he's getting at...
Can you not? I'm trying to leave this up for monetization.
Oh, yeah, guys, we should probably stop bringing that up.
Okay.
What he's getting at is that no matter how bad a thing is, someone can just pull that argument, so it's a fallacy because it doesn't make any point. It's just I don't want to hear. It's just a way of saying I don't want to hear this opinion. So it's just your opinion.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Yeah. So I left the link there. I don't know what you want to do with that. If you can't play for the folks, but I think people should because again, the one thing doesn't apply, but when he starts talking about like the YouTubers and the community, and it was eerie because he mentions that a lot of these anti-SJW people start using SJW rhetoric when this shit was starting to snowball. And the one term he used in an example was toxic. Guess what I got called after the Rakita stream?
Toxic.
Yeah. So
to be fair, I think at this point I've heard just about everybody use the term toxic in characteristic.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. That was that was an extra bit of Cody, you're right, when toxic popped up. I'm like, holy shit. So again, I would recommend people watch that, and I think they'll get a bit of where I'm coming from. Because if you take what he's saying and apply it to the Stand With Vic movement, you'll start to see my thesis at work.
I mean, we can watch a movie. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, you can. If you could play it, that was just saying. I thought.
Wait, I didn't put the shit on mute. Hold on.
If you're playing it, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, Senpai, if you're trying.
Yeah, I can't hear it. This is dead air.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Can't hear.
Can't hear it. I don't know what you were trying, but it didn't work.
No. I wasn't talking to y'all. I was talking to someone else, and then I forgot to mute, so I went on mute.
I thought you were trying to play the video.
No, I don't know how to like do that. That's not on OBS. One of you do it, and then I'll put you on present to everyone or some shit.
I wish I could. I don't have a thing here. I thought I could change my microphone to stereo mix, but it doesn't.
Only the person who's live streaming can use OBS. That's what.
Actually, you know what? Let me try something. I'm gonna try unplugging my mic and see if it defaults it to my computer audio, and then I'm gonna play the video and see if y'all can hear it.
You can try that. I'm sure you can actually move what your audio is, but it's still a crazy thing.
Usually that works on like Discord and shit.
Oh man.
Didn't work. Can y'all even hear me anymore? Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can.
yeah. The green dots blended in with my picture, so I couldn't see.
And we could always just try to get the chat to pinky promise that they'll all play the video at the time when we listen to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what method, unless like I put my mic up to my speakers, like the most ghetto method possible.
Do it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go full fucking government router, true value version of the video.
CIA top secret.
All right, here we go. Let me see if I can. Oh no, wait, I'm using a headphone, so I got to take my headphones off. So you're gonna hear yourselves. So everyone's gonna have to mute themselves.
Okay. I'm gonna mute myself.
We're gonna do the ghetto version here. All right, it's unplugged. So let me play the video and put my mic up to the speakers.
So realistically, I'm done. The channel shut down. I'll pop up maybe in 6 or 7 months. None of you are going to remember what I sound like. You're probably not going to find the channel. That's just how I'd prefer it. I didn't like a large audience. And to be frank with you, the whole Gamergate thing is depressing. It was the opportunity to finally kick the teeth in of social justice warriors and Tumblrettes and draw a fucking line in the sand and push back against all these hypersensitive cunts. And for a while, it was working really, really well. All you had to do was attack. See, that's the trick. That's why I love polls so fucking much. People think you need to be a moderate or an independent or a neutral. They're wrong. You need to pick an extreme. You need to pick a side with a yes or a no answer. That's how you attract people to you. If you're too focused on being a moderate, if you try to approach the middle to appeal to moderates, you become indistinguishable from them, and your message becomes diluted. And as time went on, that's what happened to Gamergate. And it's too fucking painful to watch happen anymore. I was planning on shutting down the channel anyway, but over the last month, I watched this happen more and more. Don't believe me? Go look at this for yourself, Bull. Go look at the people who are prominent figures right now in Gamergate and see how many of them have Indiegogo campaigns, how many of them have Kickstarter campaigns, how many of them have Patreons, how many are have ad revenue on their fucking videos. Everybody's making a buck. And they're all making a buck doing the same shit the people we were supposed to be fighting against were doing. They're crying harassment and then making money off of it. And it's fucking bullshit. But they don't seem to mind. And then add on top of that all the SJW language, all the SRS bullshit, where you hear them using words like toxic and signal boost and tone police and all the other 13-year-old girl fucking phrases and terms that shouldn't be anywhere associated with this. You had to do just one thing. Attack, attack, attack. Keep the pressure up, and your opponent, in this case, corrupt media and the SJW cultural Marxist bullshit, they'll fold. They'll make a mistake and make themselves look stupid like Sam Biddle did, like other people did. And you capitalize off of that. The saddest fucking thing about all of this is it wasn't mainstream media. It wasn't multi-million-dollar corporations. It wasn't corrupt journalists, and it wasn't social justice warriors that killed Gamergate. Gamergate shot itself in the foot by becoming what they are fighting, and that is just too much to fucking handle. It's just I couldn't watch it happen anymore. They don't know what they're doing. I know now what it. I don't know how to explain it. I know what happened to Occupy Wall Street now. I know what happened to Chinology now. when you lose your edge, when you lose that chaotic element that really helps you boost something in the beginning, you're dead in the water. And that's exactly what's happening to Gamergate. I wish them the best. I don't want to see Gawker win. I don't want to see those fuckers, those smug cunts, walk away like nothing happened. But it feels hopeless. It really does. As for the other saying in the thread, because I'm reading through it, because I got linked to it from somebody who happened to stumble on it, that, Jim is self-promoting. Hop in the fucking IRC. Talk to a mod. They can check the IP addresses and confirm that's not me. I don't start threads here to talk about myself, and I don't trip fag. That's really, it takes 5 seconds for you to look into that. But I like that you doubt that. See, that's why I like Poll. You don't fucking trust anything. That's good. But just be wary of these Gamergate fuckers. A lot of them are out to hustle money. And if you really look into it, you'll fucking see what I mean. And I can't stomach it. I wanted to fight Tumblr, not become it. And I will not ally myself with people that are just as bad as the opposition. Let them go whore themselves out for money. Let them, become what they're fighting. And see how much fucking momentum they get. See how much they accomplish doing that. They lost their edge. And they forgot their principles and their values. And there's no fucking excuse for it. There's no excuse for doing that. So that's the, I don't know, the explanation, if that's really what you fucking wanted. I don't know what to say, but yeah, just fuck it. I think, I don't know how to sum it up best. Actually, you know what?
And he's about done there. So I'm going to plug my headset back in so y'all don't hear yourselves.
Oh, thank God. Can we just
I almost
wrap this
knocked
up?
out.
It's fucking 4 a.m. in the morning. Wrap this shit up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So you guys reached the consensus you wanted? Did you guys get
I'll say this. I want to apologize. I got heated.
Yes, I reached the consensus that CP is subjective.
Okay. Actually, I think one of my buddies likes that the mobile game Pokemon, and you can't even say CP anymore.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm not kidding, because it stands for
cheese pizza.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
that's the 4chan speak.
I want to apologize. I got a little heated earlier. I mean, I'm a competitive guy. What can I do? Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I called you stupid. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, dude. I've heard much worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I get a little heated.
I get a little competitive. You whip out 6 inches, and I whip out 7.
Your name is 6.
But hey, you know what though? You
don't lie to us.
You stood up and you had the debate, which is more than I could say for some of these YouTubers. So on that, you already got my respect there. Mm-hmm. And it was fun. I'm glad I came in. Again, sorry I got a little heated. I still think we fundamentally disagree on some things, and that is fine.
Everyone's just giving their opinion.
Exactly. But you're still more man than much of these YouTubers because you stood up. You stood up and had the debate, and for that, you have my respect.
Well, okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. King, anything to say?
No. Well, thank you for having me on. Sorry things started off pretty rough, but I think they ended on a better note.
Yeah.
You okay if I plug my channel, or I don't want to do anything inappropriate on your stream, buddy? Sure. Just check out my YouTube channel, DNA Crows. I only started about a month ago, but we were able to hit 100-something subscribers before the end of. Hopefully that's good growth.
You can find my channel on darksidephil.com.
Hey, now I know where we're talking about Darkside Phil so much.
All right.
The Unknown Otaku.
You actually want to plug in?
Yeah, I'm the Unknown Otaku. On Twitter, I'm UnknownOtakuNeo. I literally just troll anyone and everyone every day.
Yep. That's great. It's great. And you already know who I am because you're on my freaking channel. But yeah, so apologize for the spurgy behavior at first, but I need to let a few things off my chest. Thanks for everybody who went to both streams. I mean, I don't know if you realize, but we've been talking for about 4 hours plus if we add everything together. I'm going to try to leave this up, even though it probably is going to get demonetized based on everything, but I'm I'm gonna stay hopeful. So thanks for everyone to come by. We'll probably do this again if you want, and see you in the next one.